I'm a jinx.
Yeah, hold on. Let's start it over.
Whoa, and the Young Bucks rose from the clouds. Whoa! You go ahead. Don't worry, don't complain about him here like you're complaining about my other show.
It's time to beef up the show a little bit, so let's get it started, Matt.
Let's see if we can get back on our old show again tonight.
Are you talking about still that me, you, and Marco created?
Yeah, hey, don't we
none
still
of us are on anymore?
Don't we still own all the audio from all that shit too? Like we literally own the audio from all that shit, don't we?
You know, I would start calling this MCM, but there's already an MCM on this channel.
The funniest time is when people think we don't know that they secretly watch our show so they can do their show, and they get memberships that from AOA giving them memberships because they're watching the show.
AOA gives the spies fucking memberships.
People started blocking their public YouTube stuff so that their names will come up so they can't get caught watching our shows.
We don't want to. Come on, we got to come. We don't want to appear on comic drama.
I don't know what's that.
This is.
Put up the hash. What was it? What was it?
I watch this show.
I know what I'm saying. We love it.
Not only do I watch this show, I watch every Renovision show.
We know. That's what we were saying.
So why, when you talk shit about me, do you not name me so at least people know when you're talking shit about me? They know who you're talking shit about. I just don't want you guys to think that anything that I do over there is like me taking shots at you.
We know that. We know that.
I don't know what you do over there, dude. That's what I'm saying. Like you're taking this personal.
Out of here. Come on, Marco. Come on.
I don't. Hey, before you do that,
it's not about me coming over here and crying and caring too much. It's about me being honest with you guys. I did want to come in for at least one thing.
What's that?
I'll share my screen.
I'll mute you, Mike.
I'll add it. There.
I got it. Oh, God.
Yeah, I got it.
It's a good time to make peace.
Use the code word Bogcast at Manscaped for
10% off. And he bounced.
Dude.
But anyway.
Dude, bro, that was classic.
The following program deals with a controversial subject. The theories expressed are not the only possible interpretation.
The viewer is invited to make a judgment based on all available information.
I love those guys. They're the best. All right. That is the truth, you guys. We got a big thing going on. I try to just go out there and steal people's ideas and stuff. So, you know, we had to steal one of the best ideas, and that is getting a sponsorship from Manscaped. So for those of you guys that don't know, hygiene is a key. Being a large man for most of my life, one thing I do know, that fucking hygiene is imperative. It is a must. And for all you Star Trek nerds out there, here are some of the keys to hygiene. 1, daily showers. Not shower, showers. 2. 2, smell goods. Smell goods. It is very imperative that you have smell goods. I would suggest a Scentbird subscription because it is killer. And 3, using the promo code Bogcast at Manscaped for 20% off and free shipping. Go get your guys some ball toner. Go change the tone of your balls and get yourself a face and nose hair trimmer and scrubber and some Manscaped boxer briefs, and of course get yourself one of the Lawnmower 4.0s. Your balls will thank you. Use the promo code Bogcast at manscaped.com for 20% off and free shipping. A lot of interesting stuff over the last week, you guys. The Wednesday's special edition of Comic Book Drama Alert has caused me to be getting crazy amount of calls and people tagging me and saying all this stuff and, hey, what's up here? And we've got a little bit of information from Image Comics, thanks to Billy over at Economics and Comics. Sick. I like making fun of him. I'm not really making fun of him, but people are going to say I'm making fun of him. But I love how he goes, sick. I'm going to clip it. Billy's a cool dude. He actually hit me up, and first time I've ever talked to him. Really, really cool dude. He has, you guys know, we always go check out his great FOC page because he does such a good job, putting all those FOC bundles together. So shout out to him. But yeah, he hit me up and he was like, "Hey man, what's this about? I'm gonna reach out to Image," and he did. He reached out to Image and he got some information straight from Image, which is going to be very interesting. So we'll play that a little later. And if you guys didn't notice, if you didn't see the Instagram, I pulled a 101, baby. I pulled a superfractor. And we're gonna hopefully premiere that video tonight on the show. How you doing, Nate?
I'm good. I was looking at Easter eggs earlier, and I did not find a 101. I did not find a superfractor. I barely found a Thomas Nido or any other has-been for the Mets who's led them down the path of getting swept by the Brewers. So I'm glad somebody's finding something.
Yeah, they're not.
And I did not find anything from Manscaped in the those eggs either.
You just got to use that promo code Bogcast. Maybe you'll find something in those eggs. Yeah. So I love it too, Empire. I love it too. That's why we do this, brother. That's why we do it. Billy is the best. Billy is good people. And I'm gonna save his sound clip of him going sick, and we're gonna use it on the show. You know what's funny about that is when he hit me up, like in the back of my head, I'm like, don't say sick. Don't say sick. Don't say the word sick. Like, just don't do it, dude. It's kind of like when you're like, what was like that Chris Farley thing where he's mole, 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 that type of thing. And I'm just like, what up, Solo? And I'm just like, I'm like, don't say sick. And sure enough, I think I was probably good at it when I was talking to him. But the first thing I did when I responded to a text of his, I put sick. I was like, sick, bro.
That's a compliment, though.
I know, dude. I know. What's going on, Solo? How you doing, brother? Big week for Star Wars fans. We got two of the biggest ones on the show.
Yeah, I've got his Darth Maul lightsaber in the other room.
He does.
Solo sent it to me.
Yeah.
True that. Those are hard to come by too, man.
Yeah.
And that was one that you paid for. In all honesty, man, that was one that I'd out of all my stuff, I'd have kept that one. But
yeah, I made sure to keep it out of the hand of a 5-year-old. Yeah, I wanted it. I wasn't worried about him. He can get his own.
That's pure joy right there. You just hold it and your face lights up. You're like, that's fun, man. That's good collectible right there. I'm glad you got it. I'm glad it went to someone that I knew would enjoy it and take care of it too.
Hey, you're skipping. Is anybody catching Solo Wookiee's sound issues?
A little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah. Jump out, turn everything off, and come back in. It's like it's not like sound issues. It's like your connection issues. So
okay.
All right, jump back in because you sound good. All right. What else do we got to talk about? So we're going to talk about that. I was hoping to get Decor on tonight for tonight's drama alert, but I forgot it's Easter. So we're just going to have a short show. We're going to have a short show tonight. We're going to talk about Ahsoka. We're going to talk about FOC, and we're going to talk about probably Billy's conversation with Image and a couple other things in drama alert. But other than that, we're just going to kind of hang out. And I say we're going to have a short show, but you guys know what happens when I do that.
It's longer.
Yeah. It turns into a
I brought a cooler because I figured that was what was going to happen. So there's one down here. So I'm prepared.
I'm almost out of chocolate milk, so you know what that means. All right.
There. Is that better?
No, you're still. It's
a little bit.
It's your sound. There's something wrong with your sound where you're like skipping.
All right. I'll check it.
Yeah, Chad Cave hit it right. Short show, 2:59.
Yeah. So, anyways, yeah, it sounds like he's talking through a vibrator, skipping an echo. Yeah, there you go.
Is that for Manscaped?
Yeah.
They could probably cure that.
They probably could. All right. Let's see here. 85 Live. I don't know if you guys saw, but I had to go jump on Kyle's show today. I saw them talking shit, and I had to go drop an elbow and fuck with them a little bit. So I laid it on a little thick, but I think it worked. I think it played out, and I got to have a behind-the-scenes conversation with Marco now. But that's okay. I love Marco. We are uploading the video to said computer now for those of you guys that want to see the 101 pull tonight. For those of you guys that don't know what a superfractor is what Topps calls their 101s, and they have a really, really cool design. They have like this gold vinyl design with these spirals. They're badass. And I have pulled one before. I was lucky enough on camera. I've pulled both of mine on camera. The first one, shout out to Big Leg, Doc Joe, Keith, and Trey when they were doing their the collectors. Was it called the collectors? The collectibles? I think it was called the collectibles. I jumped on that show and I opened up a bunch of Garbage Pail Kids and I pulled a superfractor out of Garbage Pail Kids. It was kind of a shitty one. It was one of the ones where it was a special one they put in that they didn't release, and it's not like the best Garbage Pail Kid, but it's still a 101. You know what I mean? Like, it is what it is.
That's like me getting the auto from Star Wars. I got Fixer out of the Mando box. Like, until he actually was in Book of Boba Fett, the guy never was even a movie.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. You got screwed on that one, brother.
Yeah, that's the story of my life on the cards. That's why I watch you.
Yeah. Yeah. It's been hot, dude. Me and Richie have been on fire, bro.
I was saying the same thing to Yee and Hood last weekend. I don't know what it is, but I'd love to know in the chat too. If it's the same thing with the guys in the chat, because you and Richie pull such heat, and I was asking them, I'm like, I don't know how many boxes Richie opens, because I'm like, he hits every time, and so does Bryan. And I was like, I can buy boxes all day long, and nothing. So I'm convinced that whatever happens gets done in Glendale and and La Jolla. I don't know what it is, but the boxes are hot where you guys are. The hands are. It's consistent.
Hey, dude, I'm finding out more and more each day that there's more and more secret stashes out here in Arizona. There's like a secret stash from Whatnot. There's a secret stash from Funko. There's a secret stash everywhere out here, man. And we just got to find out where the secrets are hiding.
Well, what do you want? The ET games, or do you want the Funko Pops, or do you want the aliens?
I want the Mondos. That's what I want. What up, Hood?
Hey. What's up, baby?
What's up?
Hood, you're in the wrong spot, my friend.
Hey.
Awesome Sauce Radio with the $1.99 super sticker. Appreciate you, Awesome Sauce. You're the best, brother.
Let me tell you, man. If you're gonna hang out with somebody, bro, it's got to be Nate. I'll tell you what, man. That dude is incredible. His family opened their home to me, made me feel so comfortable. Took me to the Final Four, bro. Took me to Astros game.
We took it to a hotel because get this guy the hell out of our house.
Man, I'll tell you what, Nate, you're a brother from another mother, man. It was awesome, dude.
He's one of the good ones.
Hey, your backyard is our backyard is always welcome to you. Anytime you want to come.
Hey, bro, I'm gonna hang out with that dead deer that was across the street, dude. You know what I mean?
Right.
People were coming over like, dude, they had CSI over there, and I go, hey, Nate, did you do something last night, bro? Did you go kill somebody?
Mind your business. Don't worry about it.
Look at Nate's coffee
hey,
table,
dude.
you guys.
So this is, dude, this is his. I don't know what you call it, bro, but it's like an
Just like a long coffee table.
Yeah.
It's a media room, right? He's got a TV in there. And I was just looking at the wall, and then I looked down, and it's fucking Han Solo and Carbonite, bro. And I go, what the fuck is this? And I'm tripping, right? Like I feel like I'm at like Steve Sansweet's house, dude. You know what I mean? And I turn this way, and there's a fucking gonk droid. And not just dude, like it legitimately works and it gonks, gonk, you know, and has sensors, and it's just dude, he had Boba Fett, bro. I wanted to kill Nate, dude.
Boba Fett, look at his hands. He's got no gloves. That poor bastard. I guess it's Texas. He's too hot. But the credit goes to my wife because both the gonk droid and the Han Solo table were custom made, and they were. She actually got those made for me from someone. So they were complete surprises.
You're a lucky man.
Does she have a sister?
She does.
the best part, bro. So, like we were all exhausted after the games and shit, right? I had the best sleep in a couple of years, bro. And the reason why, the motherfucker had a magical blanket, bro. This blanket, I woke up, like I put the blanket on me as I knocked out, right? I'm looking for tags on this blanket, right? Because I'm ordering this same fucking blanket on Amazon, and there's no tags. And so I go down, I asked Nate's wife, I go, where the hell did you get this blanket? And he goes, oh, it was special made. I said, like, Jesus made this blanket, bro. It's freaking amazing, dude. Dude, like it was handmade, and it was just like the most incredible blanket, dude. So like I'm plotting, dude. I'm gonna have to break into the house. Not his toys, not the Han Solo and car. This fucking blanket is amazing, dude.
The funny part was he asked me. I was like, I don't even know what blanket you're talking about. I'm like, what's in that room? And then I talked to Anna, and she does. Oh, this one. I was like, oh yeah. So I had to talk to Miss Judy. So there may be one being made at the plant.
I bet they put me in that room with that blanket, and they were like cracking it. Wait till he sleeps in that blanket, bro. I told you it's a magic blanket.
So did you do a once over of his behind him there of his
man, dude, it's not even funny, bro. Like,
dude, I'd have been up all night taking selfies, all the toys and all the fucking stuff, and I'd have been,
dude, it's like he looks like Golden's little brother, dude. You know what I mean? What I'm holding in my hands is a one of one. You know what I mean? Yeah. I'm just like, wow. But I tell you what, like we were just telling stories, and the best part of this, is when you get something from the past that you remember opening, whether your dad bought it or your mom bought it for you, and you have a story of where you were when you bought that figure and or that toy, and man, those memories after all these years, those memories do not leave you. Whether it's a pack of cards or it could be anything. You're gonna remember, man, my dad got this for me. My dad gave me. Nate tells a great story about he hit the snake eyes, and he ran to his dad. He said, Dad, I need $4 or $3. And he said, tell me why you need it. Because he had already had a snake eyes, but he opened it and he's like, you don't understand. And now that he still has that snake eyes to this day. And what does that go for, Nate?
About 8,000.
So he says that his dad wants his cut. You know what I mean?
I gave him his $3 back.
But for Nate, shout out to Nate to be that young and to just not be pulled to the dark side to open up all these figures. He kept a lot of his stuff closed, where you're young, you're opening up everything because you like to open shit, and the discipline, he said, I put it on the wall, and just kept it there, and the shit stayed mint.
I was telling Joe the funny part. My wife was saying that once we had Alex, she's like, the problem is after talking to meeting my mom, and she was saying that my mom would tell her like, Nathan always wanted 2 of everything. He wanted this, and he would put them up in his closet and just put them on the shelf, or he put a push pin in them and just hang them up. And she was like, the problem is now I've got 2. I've got a tall one and a small one of him, and now I got to buy 4 figures of everything I do, because if he gets one, then he's got to have one, and they both want them closed. And I was like, good problem to have.
Yeah, like father, like son.
Except for Hasbro's prices, that's the problem. But for everything else.
How was
we went to like Bryan, you would have loved this place. What was that place called with the sports cards, dude? Adventure
Begins.
Bro, it's like a bar upstairs. You like all these packs. You got like a sommelier of freaking sports cards. What would you like?
They make
2021, 22.
Bill, the owner, shout out to him and Chaz. Like they when they renovated it and they put the sports card piece up, they did the big gaming floor on the side, and they put it in there beside a bar, and they actually made it where there's connection with the bar. So they got the license. So because those games and those people play them all night long. So that way, if they want to bring beer in, they can and have it there.
Is this
it's a really nice place. That's it. Yep.
Yeah, that's it, man.
Bill's got a great shop. He's a fantastic owner, and the guy Chaz who runs the comics, you couldn't get better people. Really couldn't.
Trying to take a look.
All right. I'm gonna break your secret, Nate. Can I break your internet secret?
I have so many secrets that breaking 1 out of 51 is not going to be a problem.
Nate is actually an undercover secret agent, and he poses as a cricket player, Australian professional cricket player. No joke. I found it.
You did find it.
I did.
Do you have the picture?
I sent it to you.
Yeah, I photoshopped it a little bit, so I deleted it.
But I'll tell you what.
To you, McKay, and to Nate.
No, because like Saturday, like I flew in, and Nate's all like, "Well, you better get ready because we're going to the game." And I said, "Like going to the game? The game doesn't start till 4 o'clock or some shit." And he goes, "No, we're going to go see the Astros." I'm like, "What?" So we get to the Astros game, and it was like a huge fucking crowd. They were giving away Jeremy Pena bobblehead. And then from there, we went to the doubleheader of the Final Four, bro. So you can just imagine just like, oh, God. And then we had the buzzer beater, and it was just like, damn, bro.
That was great.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah, if you want to have a good time, go hang out with Nate.
What did you guys think of the Final Four?
I thought it was great, man. I thought the fans represented like San Diego State. They came out. They were like, you remember Nate, like that one guy who had that mojo going for free throws, and UConn represented. They had a hotel all decorated in Connecticut stuff. And then, of course, Miami, when the U came out, like, they didn't really, because I watched it back, they didn't really get that effect of the lighting. And when Miami came out in the dark and they were announcing the players, I mean, it was just hyped. And what a great Final Four. FAU, they blew a hell of an opportunity because, they were kind of small, but you never know, like any given Monday, right? But they should have just hung on to the basketball, man. They allowed San Diego
State. 14,
State,
man, and they just let it go. I think the thing for me is that you watch all the highlights as years pass with the Final Four, and the ones I've been to in the past, even though they're bigger schools, you get into like Carolina, Kansas, and whoever it is, but we'll always be able to say like, hey, we were there when San Diego State hit that game-winning shot to go into the national title game.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
That's so hard because I was telling Joe, like once Butler got in the corner, I was like, he's done, and then he came out, and once he released it from because imagine like we were almost like on the 30-yard line.
Yeah,
you could see like it was going straight.
Yeah, it was dead solid, perfect, man. Yeah. It was just like done. Yeah, and it was surreal, dude. It's like You saw the light. You didn't even need a replay, bro.
No, you knew
You
it.
know what I mean?
As soon as he
They were
released it, you
probably-
could tell it was going in.
It was over, bro.
Yeah, great.
But I think that was the 4th buzzer beater in Final Four history.
So what was the ticket situation? Did you guys get any sort of physical ticket?
No,
Not lanyards.
Yeah, we picked up hospitality. So my buddy he gave us hospitality tickets. So we went and picked those up before the Astros game. So my wife took Joe. They parked. I went and met the guy to get the hospitality tickets. But I knew there was going to be a timing issue just because the Astros game started at 1 with the Final Four starting around, I want to
Close
say it
to
was
5, right?
Yeah, around 5 o'clock Central Time. The hospitality usually is like 3 or 4 hours before that, and they cut it off an hour before the game. So it's almost an overlap. And then there's about a 25 minutes from the Astros Stadium to Final Four. So the 4 of us went, Joe, my wife, and my son. And I was like, I want to make sure that they have a good time. So, and I want to make sure that, my wife and son, no problems kind of getting back to the car, all that kind of stuff. But they wanted to stay for quite a while. And so, which was good because Joe and I were going to have the rest of the day. So I was like, if we didn't make the hospitality, I was telling Joe, I was like, I got us the tickets in case we can make it, we'll make it. But if we can't, we still have our tickets. So my buddy that hooked up, like Bryan, when we went to the Cardinals game, and when Mel and I went to the Mets game, he took care of the tickets. So he just sent me like, hey, where do you want to sit? And I just kind of gave him some ideas, and I just kind of let him run from there.
Yeah, not bad.
But no physical tickets.
That's a bummer.
And it really changed in 2013 when it was Louisville, Wichita State, Syracuse, and Michigan. That was the first year that you stopped getting a lot of the physical tickets, and it was more the physical lanyard in Atlanta, because the coaches started getting digital tickets and just started transferring to people, and they started transferring to ticket brokers, and it really kind of took off from there. So there's been a lot less physical tickets really kind of since 2013.
Hey,
Yeah.
but Nate, our Uber driver had a $1.7 million comic book, Thundercats #1, right?
Did you guys know you were sitting on so much money? So
Yeah,
everyone in
dude.
the chat, if you have a Thundercats 1 not graded, you are literally sitting on almost $2 million, according to our Uber driver.
Well, I don't know if that's as bad as that one guy in where is it, Dubai or whatever, that's trying to tell everybody that his no grade Superman 1 is more than a Bugatti. You guys see that guy? That guy's dude. He gets so many people. Like, there's all these videos of him going into this vault with this guy who's like the owner of this comic store in Dubai, and he's got this Superman 1 no grade, CGC graded no grade Superman 1, and he keeps telling them this is worth more than $6 million. This is worth more than $7 million. It's like, what the...
I will say also, our Uber drivers said, "Oh, Solo Wookie, there's a millionaire. Look at this guy." He also said that the Hornets, and after we talked about the basketball, the lottery, he was telling us the Kings had the best chance of getting Wembanyama, along with the Warriors, but the Spurs and the Rockets and the Hornets and some of the teams we named off, no chance.
I just hate it when people fucking lie and they make up shit, and and you're just like, what?
Yeah.
All right. I guess it's so over the top. You don't want to argue with them because shit, they might be crazy,
Yeah.
But Nate had the best comeback of all. He goes, "Hey, what do you do?" And he said, "Have you heard of Wonder Bread?" And he goes, "Yeah." He goes, "That's my grandfather." And he even gave him the name and everything.
And Joe, we get out of the car, and Joe's like, "I didn't know your family in Wonder Bread." I was like, "We don't."
He even got me, man. He even got me, but he pulled it off. I mean, because, Nate's a Southerner and shit. You never know, man. Should Nate be at the house making some bread,
You ever heard of Wonder Bread? Yeah. Well, I've heard of that too. My family does something totally different. We make...
Yeah.
Pull out something obscure, and people are just like, "Really?" Somewhere.
You know what?
You ever hear of Smuckers? That's my grandfather. He's a mother smucker.
You know what's funny? I bought this off McClay.
Hey, bro, you're a millionaire, bro.
You might want to have Joe press it then.
Yeah.
I got a lot of experience with fucking Thundercats, bro. I pressed like 25 of Thundercats, all slapped, cracked them all open, and press them bitches. Unreal, man.
Wow.
Unreal.
Well, a big trailer came out this week, you guys, and we're gonna watch it. So if you haven't seen the Ahsoka trailer 10 times, tonight's the night. Let's get into the trailer that everybody is geeking out over.
Number 35.
Here we go. Ahsoka, everybody geeking out over it. Let's see what it looks like.
Something's coming. Something dark. I sense it.
This is a new beginning.
The music sounds really good. I'll say that first of all. I always listen to the music on these trailers, and if the music is killer, I get geeked out already. So music is already good, and it's nice to see Sabine already.
For some, war.
Does Hera kind of look like out of place, or am I just being too much?
She doesn't look like
a little bit.
Hera. There's a little. She's not. I don't know. Her something about her face. Like it's so. I think it's called the cartoon. She's so smooth and just like that one looks more like a guy with a.
Yeah.
I don't know. Who's I don't know. It's something.
There's something looks off. Yeah.
Yeah.
It does. It's just not that perfect blend.
I think too in the cartoon, her eyes. I don't know what color they are, but they really stand out. And there, it almost seems like it's just like kind of bland. It just kind of her face just didn't stick out.
But it's also, we remember, it's a little bit different timeline. I'm still trying to place this in the timeline because if you look at like Bean Ren's hair in this trailer, it's really long, and then in the end they show a clip when it's short.
Hey,
you look
Solo,
at the beginning, hers.
Your shit's still all off, dude. It might be your headset.
Is it still fucking up?
Yeah, it sounds like you're
Let me
skipping.
try and redo it.
Yeah. So, all right, let's continue here. This is the new bad guy that we got here. Do we know who this is?
It looks like Mr. Fantastic.
Balin.
Is that who this is?
Mm-hmm.
You think it is?
It's good.
All right.
Power.
It's been a while. Things have changed. I started hearing whispers.
I just thought. Fucking right there. Right?
Yeah.
2 moments during this thing. This right here, and then when she says it, right? Everybody geeked out.
About Thrawn's return as heir to the Empire.
Dude, I don't care what anybody says. The way that they do her makeup, Ahsoka's makeup, she looks so badass, dude. She looks really badass.
The one part, if you notice when she says that, like their background, it looks like it's from the Mandalorian episode, like almost like they're going to flashback when she's maybe explaining it to Din Djarin, like who Thrawn is and why she fought Morgan Espa.
Yeah. All right, let's continue.
Changed. I started hearing whispers about Thrawn's return as heir to the Empire.
So this is who is this now? Because I'm lost on this guy.
I believe his name is Balin.
Okay.
And then I think the Dark Apprentice, I think her name is Shin. I don't think they're, someone can definitely correct me. I don't think they're in any other stories. I think they're completely new. I think the one interesting part is, so when I was watching this, my son does, I like the orange. And I was like, what color is his lightsaber? He's orange. I was like, okay, so right, because that color is usually not around, right?
Yeah,
right.
It's red, but it does have an orangish hue. He's right. It does have an orange hue to it, 100%.
Is that better, or is it still all cracked out?
It's still all cracked out.
Is it? God damn it.
Keep talking. Hold on. Keep talking.
It's all jacked up.
Yeah, it's all jacked up for some reason. You might want to try a different mic or use your headset mics, your in-ear mics. That might work better. All right, let's continue.
We have to prepare for the worst.
Dude, she looks
That's a great shot, bro.
right. Her eyes, the way her eyes look, the makeup, everything about the way she looks is great. Like hair is terrible. She's awesome.
That feels like Star Wars right there, bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
The Jedi fell a long time ago. There aren't many left.
Bro. Holy shit.
Yeah.
We gotta play that again. Look at that.
Yeah.
So good, dude. So good. And I gotta say this. I'm probably setting myself up for failure again. My buddy Keith just gives me nothing but shit. But you know
about this?
No, about Star Wars. Because I always get psyched for it. And then it turns out like Lizzo in the last episode of Mando. You know what I mean? Like, what is going on? They better not fuck this up.
This is different, though. This is different. This is Filoni's baby, dude. This is different.
God, I hope so, dude.
Oh, it is, dude. I don't know how the other stuff they're going to do. This is going to be good.
Brian, the one thing I did read the other day was that Filoni, because he's been busy with busy with something else. I think he may be like all these other things. He actually has not been as much involved in the Mandalorian as what was expected. And I think you can kind of see through it now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, totally. Big time. Absolutely. All right, let's continue.
Perhaps it is time to begin again.
And we all know that font and that logo and everything that has to do with this, her being in the, what do they call it? The
World Between Worlds?
World Between Worlds, yeah. Which is such a great idea. I loved that part. You know, I'm going to say it again because it was such a good thing. And Hood, you were on the show. It was when you were on with Nearing Nirvana, and they were, I think, nice. You got a new sub. Appreciate it. Let's see here. So basically, you were talking about it on Nearing Nirvana. Shout out to the Ian Sutherland. Appreciate you. Much love for the sub. You were talking about, I think somebody was talking about it. Maybe it was Lucy that said like it's hard for her to get into Star Wars because she didn't get into the movies or anything. And Laura said to her, "Go watch Rebels. If you are like worried about getting into Star Wars or it seems too much for you, go watch Rebels and let that be your intro into it." And I agree with that 100%, man. Everything about Anakin in that, and the whole thing with her fighting with Vader and her fighting, and how they did that thing with the World in Between Worlds and Ezra and everything, man. Perfect. Just absolutely perfect.
You know, I remember when I first started watching Rebels, it started off slow. And the first season, I wasn't really sold on it. And then going into the second season, I was like, I really hope it picked up. It wasn't until the end of the second season when Ezra encounters Maul, and then when Ahsoka has the battle with Anakin or Darth, and then they go immediately into when it goes in season 3, and they age him up, and things start moving very fast from there. And I still remember like when Kanan died, like I was getting teary eyed, like I could not believe it. Yeah. And I was telling my friends that are our age, I was like, if your boys or your kids have not watched Rebels, you need to sit down, watch Rebels with them. I was like, it's going to take some time to speed up. Like, but once it gets to the end of season 2, things go, the whole story with Sabine and, her clan, it really brings a lot of Mandalore into it. So you can see where they're going with Ahsoka, bringing the crew in from Rebels and with Mandalore, and especially with the announcement they're going to do a Mandalore movie. So
yeah,
I think it's going to get really, really good.
Let's talk about that real quick. So I woke up, or I was already up, and I was just happened to be up really early, and I was watching the live Star Wars Celebration when they were dropping all this information. What did you guys think of it?
I haven't really had a chance to watch that much Celebration. The one thing I'm excited about, so I did hear there was an extended trailer for Ahsoka that came out today. They haven't released, where it actually shows the front of Thrawn. So Mickelson, I think this is the best part too. So if you're watching Mandalorian, and like you said, like Lizzo and Jack Black, the whole episode last week, it's definitely to me the worst episode they've had. Like the beginning and the end, I'm okay with, but the whole middle was just like I don't really know exactly what you're trying to do. But when it gets into the the episode before that, and they bring Zeb in, and if you watch Rebels and you heard that voice, it's magic.
Yeah,
I mean, because the thing is, if he's there, then you have to think like Hera's probably part of the squadron too. And then when you see Sabine in the trailer, she doesn't have the armor, but she does have the patch for like one of the squadrons. So it feels like that part's kind of coming together. And I think too, like in the chat, who's playing Thrawn. So it's Mickelson from Rebels. So he's gonna the same voice you're used to in Rebels, and you hear in Thrawn, that slow demeanor, and he's so calculated and so cold, is what you're going to get when it comes to Ahsoka. I mean, I think they're for all the misses that I know people have been upset with, I think we finally got some of the pieces of the puzzle that are going to put things together that should get people really excited.
Yeah, I agree. I'm looking forward to it.
You can tell I am.
Who's playing Thrawn, bro?
He just
Mickelson.
said, the guy who does the voice, right?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I think his first name, I think it's Lars Mickelson.
I'm bringing it up right now.
He was in He was at Celebration.
Here you go. Let's see.
Was it today? But
it's kind of weird because how's my microphone? Is it better?
No, it's still fucked
now
up.
Now that
bro.
I changed, it's still fucked up.
Yeah, it's
this pile of shit.
It has something to do with your connection, bro.
Yeah. You may have to restart
your computer, your whole computer.
I tried that one. I just turned it on. I'm gonna fucking turn this off.
So here's the guy that's playing them.
Yeah.
Let's see if we got any images. I don't know if any of these are real.
Is that Thrawn? Is that the?
That I think is from the extended trailer. I think that picture is from the extended trailer that came out today.
Wow.
That hasn't been made public. So if you weren't there, I don't, besides the leaks, you wouldn't have seen like the whole thing through. But
dang,
that's what we're gonna get.
I don't know if I like that.
He doesn't look great. He looks too old.
Weird. Yeah, he looks too old.
Maybe they'll clean it up as maybe it's early. So try not to judge too much. But
yeah, that's crazy.
The sound. I want to hear the voice
better.
Yeah, for sure, Solo.
But that's a lot of work, man. That's a lot of.
You sound fine now.
I have faith. Is it better? Okay.
Yeah, I mean you're not very loud, but you're not clicking. So. But there we go. There's that. There was also the news about the Dawn of the Jedi, right? Did you guys see that?
I haven't seen that part. I feel like I've only
they
seen
got a
Ahsoka,
badass
so.
director for that, dude.
I'm bringing it up.
Now,
Marigold, or what's the director's name, Bryan?
So here we go. Here's the new movies that are announced.
Mangold,
yeah,
something like that.
Let's see here. What does it say here? James Mangold. James Mangold. So there you go. It says today during Lucasfilm Studio Showcase at Star Wars Celebration Europe, Lucasfilm President Kathleen Kennedy announced that there are live-action Star Wars films. That 3 new live-action Star Wars films are on the way. Helming the movies are James Mangold, who did Logan, Indiana Jones, and The Dial of Destiny, which is just getting ready to come out. Dave Filoni is doing one. And Sharman Obaid-Chinoy is doing another one. So James Mangold's movie will go back to the Dawn of the Jedi, while Filoni's will focus on the New Republic and close out the interconnected stories in Mandalorian and Book of Boba Fett, Ahsoka, and other Disney Plus series. And then the Charmin's film will be set after the events of Rise of Skywalker, which this is the bullshit, ladies and gentlemen. Why? Why? None of us want this. I can't think of any Star Wars fan that, unless they just want to argue, really wants to continue Rey's story.
It's like they're trying to save. Like we know we screwed everything up, So we're going to try and almost take some white out, kind of clean it up and see if we can not mess it up as bad the next time. If you messed up, press on, start over, go somewhere else. There's so many different areas that you do. Like, why don't you go into the Old Republic? Forget Rey, forget all this, the crap that came later. Go to the areas that you can really do well with.
Yeah, why waste
People are
the money?
clamoring for, begging you for, and all you do is go back to, we got to make Rey essential.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they're trying to clean it up and trying to give Daisy a shot because they feel bad because they screwed her. And
Well,
with
I don't
three
even
bad
think
movies.
she wants it though, bro. It sounds like she doesn't even want to do it.
She wants to be a big part of Star Wars, but everybody knows they've done them 3 stories wrong. And
Yeah.
I mean, you don't come out with a trailer and drop the 3 words "heir to the Empire" and then come out and be like, oh, and we're gonna do the Jedi Order. It's like, what? Oh, and we're gonna use Daisy. She's gonna
making a movie with
Jedis.
Rey and those characters is literally like trying to put a Band-Aid on cancer.
Yeah,
Hey, you guys remember when the Force Awakens trailer released right before the sale of the tickets? That has got to be one of the best trailers I had ever seen.
Mm-hmm.
And with the soundtrack in the background, I mean, it gave me goosebumps, dude.
You saw the new and the old because you saw Millennium Falcon and all.
Oh man,
it was incredible. It's what we wanted for years.
And then to deliver like that, bro, like, why? I guess this is a new thing, Brian, where they're doing all different directors, right? But you just lose continuity, man. And it's like the Rian Johnson thing, like, bro. If you're going that way, you make it so difficult for the next director, whoever was going to be first, to like pick up where you let. It's like, what are you doing, bro?
That's why I couldn't figure. You got Abrams on the bookends, and you bring Rian Johnson in the middle, and it's almost like these guys have never spoken. Like they had no idea.
Probably hadn't.
They didn't like each other.
Abrams wasn't supposed to do the 3rd one though.
Yeah.
That was supposed to be
Right.
someone
It was
else.
an
He came in to try
bro. It was emergency
salvage.
surgery is what he had to fucking do, man.
And if that's the best you've got, I mean, Jesus Christ, we gotta get some new doctors,
bro. They had to bring back the Emperor, bro. Are you serious?
Well, and
dude? Like,
there
God.
was shit that they made they didn't even use, like the Web of the Irish Bog puppet. They never even put all that shit they filmed. None of that's in the movie. And they filmed all that shit. They have a big giant monster of the Web of the Irish Bog. It's like 2 Volkswagen Beetles side by side. They were talking about it at today's panel on the Monsters and Droids Creator series part when they did the whole interviews and talk and everything and all those guys on stage. And they were talking about the largest one they ever made. They're talking about that character, the Web of the Irish Bog. We saw him. Let me see. That was last year. Darth Vader on cover. And he's got like the crooked baby head with the spider legs. That's the Web of the Irish Bog. Anyway.
I was hoping they were going to
do. Used all that shit. And that's a whole film sequence that made that movie a whole lot better. And they chopped it all out.
I thought they were gonna like announce like a Darth Vader series. You know what I mean? Like especially after Obi-Wan, like
I thought they might do an Emperor series because they would try and bring Rey back for that and do like a Palpatine series. And I thought that's how she might get involved. But
okay.
But I did read where, or I think I heard, or I can't remember if maybe it came out today, but the one part was at least with Ahsoka, Timothy Zahn has worked with Filoni.
Mm-hmm.
So at least they're trying to really nail Thrawn and understand exactly kind of what they can take from Heir of the Empire and incorporate in Ahsoka. And I think that's where, at least with Filoni from Rebels, and then trying to incorporate Zahn, you can really kind of bring something together. But I think what you guys are saying, like trying to bring a mishmash of different directors and trying to put things together. I mean, to me, it kind of feels a little bit like DC because you're just trying to take odd things and put a puzzle together and it doesn't fit. Where like, at least with Marvel, when things were kind of before we've gone through the past few years, but there was a clear path and you knew exactly kind of what was happening and there was a reason things were happening.
Mm-hmm.
Star Wars doesn't quite feel like it's on that page.
Me and Nate were talking about, have you ever seen a trilogy where they don't answer any questions? Like they give you, and you're like, well, how did Maz Kanata get the fucking lightsaber?
Yeah.
You know, like, and they deliberately didn't answer their fuck ups or try and explain.
We were trying to figure out like where these guys came from. Why there's no backstory.
Yeah,
What happened
the Knights
to
of Ren
Jedi training at Luke's.
Yeah, the Knights of Ren, bro. That's the best you can do, bro.
They wrote 3 independent movies and tried to tie them together as a trilogy, and it didn't work. And they went back and forth to try and cover up mistakes. And once they saw the reaction of the fans, they were like, oh, I guess the fans aren't going to let us, half-ass this attempt at 3 new movies. And they wanted something that actually made sense. And it was a lot of going back and cover. It was a lot of Kathleen Kennedy.
Yeah, it was like taking Red Dawn, E.T., and War Games and trying to pair them into a trilogy.
Exactly. And it just from the get-go, they should have said, hey, look, we don't like what we have. We're going to start over. We're going to revamp, redo, reshoot. We're going to postpone. We're sorry. We really want to do this, but we want to make sure it's proper for the fans. And they just didn't do it. Disney wanted to come out and swing big dick and say, see, we can do it. We proved you all wrong. You know how good we are, because they had just acquired Lucas, arts and all of that. And they didn't, and it blew up in their face. And I think a lot of their attempts now are on the same level as they keep trying to come out and, Book of Boba Fett. Sure, there was a lot of tidbits and snippets in Book of Boba Fett that were awesome, that really had deep-seated meaning to the big, deep fans. As a whole, it was shit.
Yeah.
I would also tell you this is also the same company that tries to put the WNBA finals on and make them prime time, and like it's like the Super Bowl. So.
Well,
absolutely.
Hey, didn't more people watch the women's fantastic Final Four than like I heard some crazy? Is that real?
Yeah.
Well, it may be, but
for women.
Well, so I think there's always you kind of have to put level ground, because like I know on Sunday they were trying to say, or what day they were, maybe Saturday they were trying to say that, or at least saying it's true. The women's Final Four tickets were going for more than the men's, it was true. You also had bigger name programs like LSU, all Power 5 teams. People from LSU could drive, where you had San Diego State, FAU, in a 100,000 seat stadium versus a 20,000 seat stadium. So naturally, teams with no fan base that don't travel, there's not going to be anyone buying tickets. So you have to kind of level out the comparisons.
Yeah. Well,
and someone in the chat did mention, we heard nothing about Bad Batch Season 3. They did mention it in one of the panels, and it was so fast and skimmed over today's panel. And it was actually in the Rebels panel. They touched on it, and it was literally half a second that Filoni gave praise about the Bad Batch and Season 3, and that was all you heard. So
there's a rumor that Season 3 is not coming out for a long time.
No,
I think that's
it's not.
Yeah, like literally they were a long
and
time.
he alluded, Dave Filoni alluded to that, is that we won't see Bad Batch Season 3 for at least 2 years, which sucks. But I was not a big fan of this season anyway, so whatever.
The one guy, after like all these years, that has been able to kind of like get you close to what Star Wars is the director of Rogue One and Andor, right? That's the guy that makes you feel like there's a lot of connective tissue to the original trilogy. There's lots of people that can tell, experts for Star Wars that know source material, that you could bring in and help these writers write a good story. But the arrogance of Disney, like, we know what we're doing, we don't need any help. And it's just, we could have had some good movies by now. Like you had that X-Wing movie that that girl was supposed to direct. What was it?
Yeah, Patty Jenkins. Shout out to
Rogue
Lord
Squadron. That
New member.
that movie should have been made.
Yeah.
Like at least get because it's new faces, new actors.
Well, it wouldn't all been new. We would have seen a couple of guys that we recognized.
Yeah,
like Wedge would have been there.
Wedge,
and,
of course.
The dude from the 501st that's in Mando and everything right now. The
oh yeah.
Mr. Miyagi.
Yeah,
I can't remember his name. He's actually in the 501st. Really cool dude. He'd have been in there. We would have seen, some light newer faces, but
that's a story. That's a fresh story. Why did you abandon it?
They're fucking stupid.
Yeah, dude. Like, fucking put Tom Cruise in fucking Rogue Squadron, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
I do.
Like, why do you abandon a good idea like that and you go forward with another movie with I love Daisy Ridley. She's great to look at in The Force Awakens. You know what I mean? But like at the end of the day, like it's like looking at Gal Gadot in Wonder Woman 1984. Like,
yeah,
she's beautiful, but this fucking sucks.
Yeah,
it makes it seem like she didn't put on deodorant, bro. It's that bad,
she's burnt.
You know,
she's burnt.
It's that bad.
Eventually, she goes burnt, and you got to be like, no more. We done.
I can't take it anymore.
Burned it.
Hey, Gail, you're beautiful, but you fucking stink, bro.
Yeah, less Rey, more Sabine, more Ahsoka, more Hera.
And more Manscaped. Use the promo code Bogcast to get 20% off and save free shipping. So, all right. So before we get into the world famous comic book drama alert that everybody is crying about,
drama,
we're gonna show a exclusive to all the Beyond Wednesday subscribers and live viewers, ladies and gentlemen. I pulled a superfractor. Let's get into it. I want to give a shout out to Boombox. This is the first time I've ever bought any of the Boombox. Boombox is a subscription service for hobby packs of cards. So I ordered I ordered the 3 higher end boomboxes of baseball. I ordered the mid end boombox, the Platinum boombox, and the Elite boombox. And this is me opening the Elite boombox. Let's get into it. This is pretty cool. Check this out. So basically, let's see here. What's going on? Series 1 Jumbo, 2022 Bowman's Best, Hobby, and 2 2022 Finest. So let's go through these. Here is our One Touch. They all come with a One Touch. In case you pull anything good, you could throw it in the One Touch. And I got to use that One Touch on the second frickin' boombox I've ever opened, which is nice. For a 55-point card and nothing left. Oh, here we go.
Look how organized Bryan is, man.
Ooh,
look at this, man.
Let's put that right there. Okay. Let's see here. We've got our Finest. So we've got our Bowman's Best, our 2 Finest.
Hey, Hood, I'll bet you
Top Series 1 Jumbo,
that he pulls
Gold Label, the Tribute, which is a 1-on-1 hit. We'll save that for last. And, yeah. All right, let's do this. Let's go. Let me see here. How many were we supposed to get? So I got an extra pack. They sent me extra packs in every box. I got an extra hobby pack of Topps 2023 Series 1. And 3, 4. I got an extra Gold Label pack. So,
bro, you got hot hands. You ain't even opened them yet. You already got hot hands getting extra fucking packs and shit.
Yeah, man. He opened the box, got an extra pack, got a hit. You know what I mean?
Like, if it wasn't for bad luck, I wouldn't have luck. And
yeah, these are starting to get boring, Bryan. You know?
Oh, I was hoping. Is that a Wander? No. Bruhan. Bruhan rookie on top. Brandon Marsh rookie. Altuve cheater.
Hey.
Rhymes with Jeter. And there's the Bellinger. So nothing really out of this. Brandon Marsh rookie. Nothing crazy. All right.
Hey,
that was a
does
free
your
pack.
Uber driver have any of these cards? How much are these worth?
Yeah, watch this.
He only has high-end cards. Come on.
Oh, there's a refractor on the back.
Here we go.
When they
So I got
put
the
hits
big
on the
roll.
back. So this
Yeah.
is Hobby 2022 Bowman's Best. Hit is on the Bobby Witt Jr. rookie. Nice. Very nice.
I know when I see Bryan
Put that
lean
up
back and
here.
put his arms behind his head, something big's happening.
Lindor. Mackenzie Gore rookie. A great pitcher. Ooh, who
here
could
it
this
comes.
be?
Here it comes.
There's a rookie. Cracked eyes come. Oh, O'Neill. No, Jack Sawinski. Jack Sawinski.
Cracked ice refractor.
Looks like a cracked ice and a Bryce Harper rookie.
Oh.
Nice. 3 good cards out of there.
Refractor,
So
Bryce Harper.
we'll put those 4 good cards out of there. Not bad so far.
That's just
All right.
bonkers.
Bonkers.
Open
You want
one
to
of
see what's
these.
bonkers?
Bonkers.
Watch this.
Not
Topps
heard that in a
Finest,
while.
2022
Yeah.
Topps Finest. There we go.
B-O-N.
Marcus Simeon, who I have on my
Conkers.
fantasy team. Shout out to
Keep an eye on
Popcorn
Brian's
Culture.
hands right here.
Trevor Rogers. There's
Oh,
a
yeah.
Look
refractor
how he
rookie.
keep-
Okay, here we go. Is it another
This
pirate?
is
It looks like
it.
it might have been another
No,
pirate.
this isn't it
Let's see
yet.
here.
Oh,
Upside down.
I like when
Okay,
Richie
here we
starts
go.
shaking.
Yeah.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
He gets so excited. I love it.
Oh, rookie auto. Not bad. There we go. Got another auto, you guys. So we're 2 for 2 on the
Autos.
boom boxes for autos so far. Not bad. So pretty nice. Not bad. Not
Those are
bad.
pretty clean looking
Aaron
cards.
Ashby
beautiful,
on
dude.
card auto. All right, next pack. Got a Corey Seager, it looks like, on the back. Royce Lewis rookie, like him. Gavin Sheets rookie. Ooh, oh my God. We're going to save that for the end, you guys. We are 100% going to save that for the end. All right, how do we do this? You guys saw that. Oh my gosh, you guys. All right, we're going to save that for the end. We're going to push this back. All right, hold on here. Let's push this back and do like this. We're going to save that for the end. Oh, this is a good one. Shout out to Boombox again, you guys. This is the mid-end Boo box. There's the Royce Lewis rookie. Let's grab some sleeves. Hold on here. Let me grab some sleeves.
Do you get all shaky? You don't get all shaky like
All right, here we
Hell
go. Here's
no,
the
he's an
Pro.
expert at fucking
Yeah.
pulling
Dude,
shit.
I love watching. I
Dude, it
love
happens
watching
too
Rich.
often for him to get shaky.
Rich
And
is so
Richie
fun
should
to
be the
watch.
same way. All they do is pull hits.
All right,
Right?
so here's the final pack. Oh, I opened up the Bowman draft pack. I didn't pull anything, but here I have one more pack to open, which is the Topps tribute, and then I get to it. So
of Rafael Devers. Nasim Nunez. This, so we don't see that back card. I hate that when we see that back card first too early. All right, here we go. We've
These are
got a
gorgeous.
Scherzer. Look how beautiful these are. Wow, I've never bought any of these tributes. So beautiful. Look at that. Scherzer. All right, we have got a paper product. What is this? Is this our hit? Certified autograph. All right, that's our autograph. So let's do this. We did get another auto. So 2 autos in this one, you guys. All right, so let's put this down here. All right, look at that. You got a Jose Abreu numbered to 25 authentic game used patch. Not bad, you guys. Stamp of approval relic card. Man, that's beautiful. Numbered to 25. Hell yeah. Hell yes. All right, let's put that up there.
How are you not sponsored?
All right, let's see
yet,
what we
Brian?
got here for the rest of our stuff.
You know,
Scherzer.
he'll have his own card soon, kind of like a sports card investor.
yeah, check this out, Nate. Both Red Hood and Nate will like this.
Beautiful. Thick card. Thick card. Scherzer, I like it. Those are beautiful, beautiful Topps Tier 1. All right, here we go, you guys. We got a rookie. All right, certified autograph. I don't know if it's a rookie.
Okay,
it's
wait,
a Met.
pause it real quick. How do you already know it's a rookie?
I said I didn't know if it was a rookie. I thought it was a rookie, but it's a certified autograph. I said I didn't know if it was a rookie.
Oh, okay.
All right. Let's see here. It's a Met.
I thought there was a secret.
This pack was pretty good. It had an auto in it and a patch numbered to 25.
I'm so excited over that Superfractor. Oh, is that McGill? McGill? Yeah, Tyler McGill,
Oh, that's a
auto
nice
number
card.
to
Wow.
199.
Yeah.
Not bad. Not bad. Another auto, you guys.
2-0.
All right, you guys. Here comes the big card.
And who's he play for? The Red Sox?
Never had to use one of these, but I think this is a big enough card to bust out VCW. I mean the One Touch. And let's hope it's a 55 point.
Oh shit!
For those of you guys that don't know, if you have any of these BCW One Touches, there we go. Guys, this could be a life-changing card. Oh, it's Cleveland. I think it's Cleveland. Yeah, it's Cleveland. All right, who's Cleveland? Oh, wow. What do we got here? Jose Ramirez, Superfractor, Aura of Excellence. It's not a rookie. I thought it was a rookie. But ladies and gentlemen, we just pulled a Superfractor on-card auto of Jose Ramirez.
Did I say 101? In the upper left, right? 101.
Just early on, could be the best player in the American League.
There it is.
That's a beautiful card.
101 Superfractor, ladies and gentlemen, right there. Pulled out.
You gonna sell it?
Yes.
What is that?
Yes.
$10? I got $10.
You got $10 on it? You got $10 on it?
Yeah, fuck.
I got a good trade.
I'll ship 10 your way right now, brother.
I
How do you
pulled a
comp that?
Heritage Jose Ramirez auto out of the 20s. I think it's an even trade.
Nate,
not numbered.
you're gonna trip when you see what I pulled out of the other boxes. I'm not gonna spoil that. Nate, you're especially gonna trip.
Did
when
they
you see
put
what
gold bullion in those fucking boxes? I mean, Jesus.
Well, basically, look, this is what I pulled out of one boombox, you guys. This is out of the highest level of boombox, the Elite, I think it's called. I pulled the Superfractor Auto 101. I pulled a Jack Sawinski Cracked Ice Rookie Refractor. I pulled a Bobby Witt Jr. Bowman's Best Rookie.
It's a pretty card.
I pulled a Andy Ashby Rookie Auto on card. I pulled a Tyler McGill Auto on card. And I pulled a numbered to 25 game use patch of Jose Abreu out of one boombox, you guys.
How much is the boombox?
I think I bought all three boomboxes and it cost me $500. All
That's
three
a lot
boomboxes.
of hits.
Yeah. So
What are
there's
those,
you can
cards worth?
Oh, I don't know. What's the Superfractor?
The Superfractor. I mean, the 101.
I have no idea.
1,000 maybe.
Yeah, at least.
Is that what they go for?
They just...
So it's second Superfractor. We're hoping that the luck continues. But those other two videos will be coming out soon. Members will get to see them first. So shout out to all the members out there. Especially shout out to AOA who gifts all those members. Like Marco says. But that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we got to get into it.
Drama.
Let's do it.
Into the into the into the
So a lot of people asking in the chat, what was the deal with Sticky Goose today over on Renovision? So for those of you guys that don't know, I caught the Renovision boys talking shit, and I had to go over there and give them a little Bogcast promo. But while doing so, Sticky Goose decided to jump into the chat. Now, if you guys don't know who Sticky Goose is, Sticky Goose is the guy that I think he might be on two Drama Alert segments. One being the one where he went around the con and acted kind of like a douchebag, and he got called out on multiple, group boards and Facebook groups and stuff. Just a lot of forums calling him out like he was a douchebag. Well, last week, I think it was, I put him on because I liked what he did. I went to his, somebody sent me his video talking about Decor and, how Decor was catching all this shit and all this stuff. And I played Sticky Goose's, I played his video, a part of his video on the show, right? So he got mad about it. He got really, really mad about it and decided to come talk about it in the chat section of our boys.
This is usually when Red Hood does a different voice. Like, how dare you, sir?
Yeah.
How dare you?
Yeah.
Right. I can feel your anger. Strike me down.
So unsavory.
Oh yeah, dude. Fuck that dude, man.
Fuck that goose guy. He's unsavory.
All right, let's see if I can find him here. Here we go.
You take let's say you have 20 projects up there. You take
Why'd you block Hartman?
Did you? Well, I think he just got arrested someplace, did he? You take the 20 projects you.
Families.
Right.
Yeah.
Because like
AOA, Sticky
commentary
Goose
on
sounds like
your
a sex
YouTube
move.
channel. All right, here we go.
What about dude from Aquaman or from Black Panther?
Yeah.
Namor.
Yeah. What happened to that?
Hispanic?
Yeah.
When that been put first,
I
or you do
mean-
it versus DC?
Oh,
That's a
Got him.
Dude, I don't.
I wouldn't say he didn't
hold on.
lead
On
though,
Twitter,
so I
there
wouldn't
was
say
a
that's a
big battle on
Hispanic
Twitter.
led.
Right,
Yeah.
you're right, Matt. There was a big
It was an
battle on
introduction, though. It's who
Mr. Lopez was saying that guy was front and center, and it's the best thing
Hey,
for.
I personally enjoy.
All right, hold on. Let me bring in. We got a new entrance into Combatant. Rage Theo in the house. What up, Theo?
What's up, gents? How are you?
How you doing, brother?
Oh, another day in paradise. How you guys doing?
Oh, here, perfect timing, dude. We're getting ready to start the drama alert segment. So, all right, here we go. Here is where. Here is where Sticky Goose enters the show.
Enjoyed his parts. That's just me. Maybe I'm biased because of my end, whatever. But I don't do Twitter.
Hey,
My
who is
wife
this
told
guy,
me
Brian?
There was a big beef on Twitter.
So Sticky Goose wrote in the chat. I wish I had the chat to show you guys, but they just ended their show. Make sure you guys go check it out. Saturday night special. Sticky Goose says, "I'm the quote douchebag. You used my content without my permission." Right. So he's saying that I played his video clip without his permission. Right. Hold on. Let me bring in Kyle. Kyle's here. What up, brother? All right. So here it is.
Hey, whoa!
What?
It's like fucking deja vu here.
All right. All right. So here's where he started talking in the chat.
About
Goose.
Amongst us Hispanics,
I'm the douchebag who used my content without. Hold on. Sticky Goose, are you talking to me?
He was.
I know you're not talking to me.
Because he said he led it with any new drama.
Sticky, I'm getting the thumbnail ready right now for the show. If you want, I could put you on there. You can come on. But here's the funny thing, Sticky. Like, I put you on there because I respected what you said. Like, what the fuck? Are you angry because I did commentary on your YouTube channel?
Who's Sticky?
Yeah. In the comments, right? Leftover. I never read them. I'm sorry.
I apologize, but I don't know who Sticky Goose is.
Yeah, I have no clue what's going on now.
If Sticky Goose wants to come on right now, he can.
Yeah, he's a YouTube.
I mean, everyone's airing grievances. Why not? Send them a link.
All right,
I got a grievance to air. I'm tired of
I was hoping
I
you
got
could
2
come
more
on.
minutes, guys. Give me the 2 minutes. Let's go.
What are you tired of, Lopez?
I'm tired of getting muted.
What did he say?
Hey, but yeah, if Sticky Goose wants to come on and talk,
Oh, good lord. Kyle, you go, there's nobody going to be on the show. We now have 7 people on the fucking show. You did not need me this week.
I didn't know it was going to be this
I'm
awesome.
airing my grievances now. All right, let's go. What do we got next?
Let me see if I can. Says I don't see Sticky in my chat.
Kyle, you don't need Marco anyway.
Use my oh, it's getting,
He's in
getting
mine.
deep here.
You use my content without my permission on your channel.
I don't. So this is what he got mad about. He got mad that I used a clip of his video on my channel without his permission. And I don't know if you guys know this, but before every show, we put up a little message that says any content that we bring up on the show, like the content we're bringing up right now, is done under fair use commentary. We're allowed to comment on your bullshit. And what you didn't realize, Sticky Goose, is that I was commenting like on you on a good way, and I think he realized this after because I explained it to him right here. I don't have to get your permission to do commentary on your content, bro. It's free
There's a whole
domain.
community about it. It's called the commentary
Yeah, like
community.
what the fuck? Are you gonna strike my video for it? If you're gonna strike my video for it, do it, dude. But you're gonna take a lot of heat.
Do it.
You
won't do it. You
Man,
won't do it.
Steve.
Brian's
gonna
talk about this show on his show. You won't fucking do
Yeah,
it.
dude, we're about to blow up.
Strike me down with all your hatred.
Go back and watch the beginning.
Johnny
Got you all. I got them all. I got them.
What was it from? Was it last week? Was it? What were you
Well,
talking
come
about last
on.
week,
Hey,
Ed?
guys, you can do it. Give me 2 more. I got 1 minute. Do you want 1 minute or not, Kyle?
You can bounce if you want. It's
All right,
fine.
I love that. Kyle's like, go ahead and leave, bro. Adios. All right. So
It's all right. He
here's
came
the
back
thing.
like 15 more
because I
times
was
during the
watching
show. last week.
Sticky Goose. Yeah. Sticky Goose has a comic book YouTube channel. I think it's a good channel. I think it's a fucking really good channel. So he got called out a few months ago for going to a con and kind of acting like a douchebag, right? You kind of did, bro. You kind of acted like a douchebag, but he's got a good channel. And I said that last week when I put up one of his videos that he did talking about Decor, who is funny enough is probably going to be on the show tonight. But like that was the whole point, to say like you did a good job, bro. Like I was giving you props. If you're really mad about that, then I don't whatever, it is what it is. But
have a show up on your show and talk.
You can come on and cry about it. So
I mean, you're more than welcome to come on, and I know you're definitely more than welcome to come on MCM.
Yeah, send
in
him a
couple
link.
Hours.
Send him a link. Go ahead.
Send everybody.
Hey, I gave you the link.
Hey, Sticky, go get the link from Kyle.
So I love this. So then when I was like, dude, you got a good channel, he's like, okay, we're cool now. So shout out to Sticky Goose for realizing he was wrong and coming at me the way he did. But it's all good, brother. That's how we play over here on the.
I'm jealous. I wish you'd do one on one of mine. Damn.
I think Tiger felt meta. It's like a fighting anchor man.
I don't even know how that Sticky dude got the memo. He's never watched the show before.
Yeah, right. Somebody probably, just like everything else, just like the 4 people that sent me messages of you guys talking shit about me today.
Hey, Brian, you came in gun blazing. You're like,
yeah.
I'm sorry, I missed all that. I normally try and watch SNS and before the show. And
dude,
I'm just glad there are no shots fired at the curtains. The curtains have no holes in them from the shots fired, so everything's good.
Yeah,
they basically were the Mark.
You know, I try and make friends with everybody, bro. You know,
yeah.
Especially the people on Whatnot. When you say like, "Hey, man, you don't have any money? Get the fuck out of my room."
Yeah. But listen, hey, let's get into the big news. Theo, did you see? Were you at C2E2?
Yes, I was. Had a fantastic time.
So, C2E2 is the scene of the crime again, brother. It is.
I heard what happened, and I'm not gonna lie. I was looking for those books. They weren't available on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. I left Sunday, but I found out Sunday that those got dropped for the 8 Billion Genies, and talked to a few of our friends, who went in on those books with Ryan Brown and everybody, and
it was interesting,
unfortunate.
Right?
It's unfortunate, yeah.
It is.
Yeah, it does. I mean, I don't know. I guess there's that thing where the artists get their comps.
Yeah.
I don't know all of the details. I mean, I don't know if that was all their comps that they were selling or if that was extra amount of copies that they printed, but just from the optic side of it, it just looked a little iffy. It's like, how do you not have something the first 2 days, but then you have it on the last day,
Yeah. Well,
so they can't get called out.
Yeah, you're probably right. You're probably right. You might be right.
That's not fair to the retailers because those are C2E2 exclusives. The con's now over, so how does that work?
Yeah.
Everybody knows with con exclusives, there's a limited amount of time you have to go ahead and distribute
the
product.
The part that I don't get, like if you're a retailer and you've paid an artist, probably a good artist, over $1,000, couple of grand, right, to do this exclusive book, then the like the Ryan Brown. Oh yeah, I like that cover. Give me 1,000 of those. Right? I mean, is that how it's done? Behind, and they don't tell the retailer, hey, you think there's only 1,000? Well, there's 2,000 now.
Well,
so don't. I don't want you to be caught in the lie, bro.
Hood, check this out. So,
You
one of the people that reached out to me was Billy over at Economics and Comics. Good dude. If you guys don't know, we bring up
Sick!
Yes.
Sick!
We bring up Bill's FOC page every Saturday. I love how he bundles his FOCs. He's got a great little FOC page, and we always show love to it. But he hit me up, and he was like, yeah, I'm worried that they were selling my book. So, I want to know what's going on and this and that, and I'm going to reach out to Image and stuff. And he did. He reached out to Image. So let's take a look and see what they said back to him.
Not common practice, okay?
Right, here we go.
Print more than the print run. We'll talk about the other books as well. So,
dude, I like how he does it from a river. That's awesome.
And I said, look,
right?
There's something going on right here. What is going on? Is this something in the contract? I didn't see anything like that. Are you guys able to print more than the print run? The whole 9 yards, because I was concerned. I want my print run to be accurate just like everyone else does, okay? And all the people I mentioned, stores, sellers, buyers, whatever, okay? So I'm going to kind of look off to the side and read this at the same time. Okay, they said, thanks for reaching out. So the question I asked was, again, do you print over our print numbers? What's going on? Is there something in the contract that we don't know about? Blah, 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 okay?
So this is what Image had to say back to him. Here we go.
He said, this is definitely not common practice, okay? However, the official Image policy is that the creative team of a book has the right to do whatever they like with their books. If they like to pay extra to have additionals copied, printed, they can do that. They own the book completely.
You hear that? And that is what we were hearing. We were hearing people telling us that Image lets their creators do that because, Image is very big on making sure that everybody knows that this is we're helping out small, creators, and they own the books. So it's very interesting. Shout out to Billy. He's in the chat. He said, I text you Instagram the numbers. So appreciate you. I'm going to take a look at that right now. I'm going to continue on.
I do have to say, and I'll give them this. You got some pretty big fucking balls to take that chance to print those extra books. When you're talking Aunt and Laura and Jonathan and James, and not only that, but you're apparently partially, possibly screwing over Trish on one of her covers. And that's, boy, man, you could really flush an entire career, your self-owned entire career down the toilet that quick.
Yeah.
That's ballsy, man. That's taking a big chance.
So that truly shows that even if they say it's 1 in 1,000, there's a chance for sure that it's not.
You're 100%. Yeah, you're 100%.
Because if they decide they wanted the owner, which they can because they own it, want to print 500 more and do what they want with them, they can just do it.
Yeah. Well, here's some interesting information that not a lot of people know. And Billy ended up getting some really good information. Here we go.
What he means by the creative team is Charles Soule, Ryan Brown, the creative team. You're not the first person who pointed this out to me in regards to this book. But I guarantee that this particular book is the first time anything like this has ever happened. Now, let me tell you
That's a big deal. That's actually a good thing. If that's the truth, that's something that they're, like most of us are like, yeah, they're telling us exactly what we want to hear. Of course they're going to say that. But let's give them a little bit of credit, you know what I mean? One of the things that Billy did say is that the guy that he reached out to is somebody that he trusts his word and his opinion, and they have a good relationship. So that's one thing to throw in the back of your head.
Source is a really cool, good guy.
Here we go.
Okay? Just getting that out of the way. I believe him. So he's saying, as far as he knows, for this book is the very first time it's ever happened. Now, to my knowledge, no creative team has ever opted to print additional copies of retailer exclusives to sell for themselves. And I don't think any will do it again. It just doesn't come up usually. So what he's saying is, from everything that he knows, no one's ever done that before. Maybe a couple times, whatever. But on this case, they did it. On 8 Billion Genies 8. For whatever reason you want to speculate on, because it's a picked up show, it's the last issue, it's a big deal, whatever. Okay? This was a first and unique occurrence where creators, Charles Soule, Ryan Brown, all them, chose to have larger amounts of specifically the retailer variants produced. That's what we're having a problem with. The retailer variants, like myself, are seen at Comic-Cons. Retailer. Not the standard ABC covers. Retailer variants. So they paid the production costs associated with the additional copies. I don't know what that is. Plate fee, $500, and then per issue, okay? I'm not certain that they possessed a far-reaching understanding of the business model of exclusive selling retailers at that time. What he's saying is, he's not sure they, the owners of the book, Charleston, knew about the print runs and how it works. We buy... Look, they knew. They knew. They're in the comic industry. They knew we had exclusive print runs. Regardless, he's not sure, okay?
I got a question. And Economics just said that too in the chat. I doubt plate fee. Should creators like Bird City and Hive and all these other exclusives and everything, should they not be writing in their contract that when it's done, I want the plates? You give me the plates when the print run is done. And this, I don't know because I don't do it, but if it was me and I was going to write a contract, I would say we're going to print, say, this many, 3,000. We're just going to give that because that's the normal. And then I'd say we're going to do, 2% for massive damages. Anything above and beyond that is a no. You got what you got. And when all that's printed, I get the plates. Nobody gets the plates. I do. I pay.
So you get
for
the
them.
plates after
They're
you
done.
actually see that everything's clean. There's no problems.
Right.
You know what I would do?
And not only that, I would tell everybody, I'm sorry, but to be fair, there's 300 plus 2% for massive damages. Anything above and beyond that, that's it. No more, no less. So that's all there is. Sorry, folks.
You know what I would do? I'll get a magic marker, and inside the back cover, I'd write number 1, next book, number 2, and then I would tell people, if you go to a con and you see that book, open it up the back. If there's no magic marker number in there, it ain't exclusive.
Well, here's the interesting thing, and for those of you guys that don't know, this is Billy's book right here, a gorgeous cover that he did, and he did I Dream a Genie.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
that's a nice book, man.
Yeah. So and he did the same thing. He limited it to 500, right? That's a big deal to him to say that this is how many there are out there, and I'm putting my name behind it. That's a big deal. People don't realize this.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah. So.
Letting you guys know really quick, not to interrupt, but I do know because I bought some of these, but the 8 Billion Genies director's cut, they actually did that. So it had on the back, there was like a white box and it had /500, and they literally in marker wrote down like 1, 2,
Sure.
3, all the way to 500. So they did that. Now, the ones that we're talking about, were these numbered?
I don't think so. No. So here's the thing. And I reached out to some of the other retailers earlier today before the show just to make sure. I said, so you had your issue 8 variant, retailer exclusive variant being sold there. Did you have any other variant sold there? And they told me yes. Specifically, some Trish Forstner covers, not even Ryan Brown covers, Trish Forstner covers Ryan Brown was selling, right? So he was selling earlier retailer exclusive variants, from Bird City Comics.
Are these the ones that came out on Sunday that shouldn't have come out that were being sold?
No, these are ones that came out months ago.
Oh shit!
Right? So, and I reached out to Ryan Brown. I tried to reach out to him through Instagram just to say like, hey, I want to give you a chance to come on and talk about it. Like, I don't want everybody to start like, pitchforks and stuff towards Ryan Brown and Charles Soule, because I don't know if they're the ones that are in the wrong. They could be just thinking like, hey, we're doing something that we've always known about, that has always been done. But as you saw, Billy reached out to Image and they said not to this extent. So this is what Bill sent me. He said the key is that the 200 overprint in total for creative teams, so they can print up to 200 total is what I'm getting at this understanding. Yeah. And every Image employee can get one if they want, and that's 25 total employees. Only 25 employees though, right? So not like there's like 1,000 employees. Also, the 200 book max is total, which would be divided by the team. Each example, 4 team members, 50 each. So at first, like, we were worried that both Ryan Brown and Charles Soule each printed 200, but no, it looks like they printed 200 total. That Bill went and found that. Yeah. I'm gonna send Bill a link. Let me send him the link, because
what they should do.
I was gonna mention he's in the chat if you want to.
Yeah.
What they should do for these exclusives is like the Braille thing you do for money.
Yes.
So that's what they should do with those. They should Braille them like into the back cover so you can feel it.
I was actually gonna ask Theo, like, when you see them marked on the back, like it's starting the right direction. What do you think? Because I feel like you almost, with cards, the stamp, like, it's so clean. $4.90, 121 of $4.99. I'll take the, what Joe was saying and Theo was sharing. The 121 of 500 is the penmanship clean, but if you have the stamp, like, there's just, I don't know. It's just there needs to be a more compliance, I guess, on that end. It's hard to say what's.
I mean, I dropped an exclusive at C2E2, but they were all numbered. I don't get what the issue is with putting a little number on the bottom
on there
right-hand corner. I mean,
math is hard.
Questions, not a word to say about it. What can you say?
If it's embossed, and this is probably a question better suited for Red Hood, if it's embossed in there with like a stamp, can't you just press that shit out?
I never have. I'm sure that you could, but man, I've never pressed out an embossing, and I don't think I ever want to. I don't think people would talk to me anymore.
Sure.
Hey, you pressed out the embossing. What the fuck?
It's not hard.
I mean,
I'm sure it could be done. I've never used that amount of pressure on a book.
And
so the staples would be like, ah!
I'm not saying that you would ever. I'm saying that somewhere there's always fuckery afoot. If there's a will, there's a way, and someone will always
sure somebody could.
So and that's what
I mean, I could try.
I mean, that was part of why I was trying to say earlier. Okay, so print 3,000, get the plate or digital or whatever, burn it, boom. You got 3,000. That's it. No more.
Yeah.
Hey Theo,
no matter what.
Did people find like they liked your book more just because it does have like that numbering on it? Like there's a little more. There's more assurance, more trust.
My audience definitely respected it.
Yeah.
And I kind of had a little bit more confidence selling it too. I mean, there was literally no questions, because it's like, here's 1 of 8. Here's 2 of 16. What can you say?
Yeah,
and
I sent Bill the link on Instagram.
But you're still young.
And the COAs were numbered.
You're still young. I'd fuck it up. There'd be like two 16s, and then it'd go to like 2 18. I'd end up missing like 2 17 or something stupid.
Yeah. What up, Bill? How you doing, brother?
Yo, hey, what's up, guys? Sorry, I'm like doing a bunch of stuff, but I saw that you messaged that you were doing this. So if you need something or questions, just let me know real fast, and I'll let you know what I heard.
I got a quick question for you. You were saying it's digital now, right? It's not an actual plate. So can you explain that a little more?
Well, I mean, look, I don't work there, right? So I don't know, but I think it's a pretty good guess.
Yeah.
Because everything's digital files, right? We have to send them digital files of the cover art.
Sure.
A certain type of file. And all they do, because I print my own books like Speechless and all this other stuff. And you go to the printer and it's all digital. It's just they put the file together, they put it on top of the book, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pages, and it literally prints out the books one at a time, at least where I go. So there's no like plate like we would think when we were younger, baseball cards. You know, there's a plate image where they would put it and then they would, you know, stomp it on.
Sure.
So I seriously doubt there's a literal plate. They just call it plate fee so they can charge us the $500.
Sure.
So
I'll finish this because this will answer another question that I know is going to ask me. So we're talking about the 200 overprint or the 25 over whatever for the image people. My guess is they say, okay, because they have to approve all the images. Like we snuck ours in, it almost didn't get approved, right? The iJamagini. But when they're printing it, the one time they'll print it all. They won't go back because image printers, they have other books to move on to, right? So when it's Stray Dogs time or 8 Billion Genies time, right? They know that the creators, at least in my case, they wanted 20 more and then they wanted 20 more for the image group. So that's 40 on top of my 540, which I found out. So they'll print it all at one time because they're not going to go back and print it again for ink reasons and all that other stuff. You know what I mean? So what I'm saying is, if you're asking about when they're going to print it type of thing, I would say that they already had put in their orders. The creative team said, okay, I like that. I want 20 of those. Or I like that. I want 200 of those. You know what I mean? So they print it all out at the same time. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that's what we were worried about, I think, at first. One of the things we were most worried about is if they're going back to the printer on that stuff, that's absolutely crazy, right? It's going to cost them a ton of money.
It wouldn't be cost effective either.
No.
It wouldn't make any sense if I'm trying to understand them. Or we all are, right? But like, it wouldn't be cost effective, right?
What do you think about the story that we're hearing? As a matter of fact, Trish is in the chat right now about Trish's books being sold there by Ryan Brown and Charles Soule too.
So is Trish's what cover are we talking about?
The second printing for number 1, I think, right? Hood
Stray Dogs?
of 8 Barrel and Genies. They were both 8 Barrel and Genie books.
Okay, so from what my guy told me, who's pretty much the main guy in Image, I don't want to say his name just out of respect, but
yes,
everyone that owns a store deals with him, so you know who he is if you are a retailer. In regard to exclusives and stuff like that, like you were reading before, and there's a lot. That video is long and drawn out, and I'd rather just help you get through it.
I appreciate it. Yeah.
What he said is, again, this is we're not stupid. We know this happens, okay? But what he's trying to emphasize is to the max, it's never happened to this extent. And we're not stupid as well. We know this is a hot book. It's a picked up story. There's some hot covers. We understand that the creative team also knows what an exclusive limited print book is and why it's a limited print. They're not stupid. But the guy that I was talking to said, you know, he didn't know if they knew. But we're not stupid. They're in the industry. We're all, even if you're not in the industry, you know, right? Why the books are so expensive. But in regard to Trish's book, from what he's saying, of course, the max that they could have taken, which is what he calls the standard max or whatever, is 200. So they either, and you said it's a second print?
Yeah, so Trish, if you're in the chat, let us know what 2 books the word is on the street that they're printing, but they're both Bird City books, I believe. One was Hood. Do you remember which one the second print one is? Let me bring them up, as a matter of fact. I'll just bring them up.
The blue one, the reverse negative was the third, right? Or the second?
Well, regardless, as far as I know, and my thought on the whole situation, Trish, if you're listening, or everybody is, that they wouldn't, so they went back to do another printing, which went to the public as well, I'm sure, and it was exclusive, if you're saying, or whatever, then they probably said, yeah, we want whatever. I don't know. That's the one thing I don't know, is I know what the max they can get is, but I don't know for everybody's particular book because it's not my book. They told me my book numbers that went over, 20 to the creative team and 20 to the image people. So I went over 540, and it allows me to keep the print run intact, even though I don't want to, because I'm basically was going to I held back 75 copies. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm going to destroy 40 to account for those damn creator comps.
Yeah. Which is a bummer.
I don't
That's
think
a
I'm
bummer.
going to do that ever again. And I hope that they learn from this too and start putting AP editions on. Look, it's so easy. They have the digital file, let's say of this Super Mario cover, right? Trish or whoever's this is.
Trish, yeah.
They can easily, once they've done the regular print, right, they can digitally put AP on the bottom corner. Artist proof, right? They can digitally add it to the image.
Yes.
And then print out those, and then there won't be any more controversy anymore. We'll have our limited prints, all the stores, and it'll be over with.
How many people would want that though?
Oh, dude, everyone wants artist proof, bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because
and he's right. I've seen a good amount of artists actually do that, and those go crazy. Yeah.
Mostly they're not usually 200 print, but we don't know what the print is, but we just know what the max number is. But that would be an easy fix to all this, and maybe I'll recommend it to my guys. Say, look, guys, just digitally add something to it when you're done printing ours, and so we can keep it intact because it's important. And he literally, in the end of the letter, said that the most, because I was upset about it, kind of. He said the most important thing is for the retailers to be the customers want them to be reliable. They don't want to have this problem, because that's the problem with us. It's like, shit, for instance, I don't know how many they printed for the 333 print run of the 8 billion genies with like the doctor with glasses or whoever he is. I know that's a print run at 333. And those are some of the ones that were spotted at the con on the last show you did. But did they order 200 over? I don't know, because it's not my book. I'm sure whoever's book that is can ask Image and they'll tell them. But do they want to know at this point?
Yeah.
Like,
that's the thing, right?
Yeah, and that's part of the game too. It's like the minimum you have to order from Image is 500. Okay, that's the minimum, and so the game for retailers is destroy half or bring it down to a print run at 88. Or they're destroying massive amount of books so they can raise up the price and make money. It's just part of the game.
Yeah,
right?
I think we all know that, and I think. All right, let me just ask this, and I want to know what your thoughts are on this, Bill. Like, do you think that this could move to maybe opening up the dialogue about numbering variants? Do you think that this could be something that would kind of push that a little bit more in their face?
Well, it opens the option, right? But it's harder. It's harder. Like for my book. Again, I'm not trying to pump this speechless.
No,
book,
not at all. No,
they're all numbered. I do it on purpose. Everyone loves numbers, right? But like, it's not cost effective for them to do that. The company, it would cost more money for them to literally go through and put 1 of 300, 2 of 300, instead of just printing out a whole run with no numbers. So I think it's an option. Some, Marvel and some of them do it, right? Of course, that's not legitimate either. And I don't know how many over you can order Marvel and DC.
We haven't even talked about that.
Yeah. And now I know that exists. I had a connection with Midtown, and they would always get comps. How do you comp something that's numbered? So it's kind of weird. So I don't know. I think, again, my best scenario to fix this is to just keep what they're doing, but just digitally change the file with a little connotation, a little note of some sort, EB for 8 billion team or something, or AP, artist proof, which is not uncommon and very easy to do.
Yeah.
And that will end this whole thing.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, hey,
everyone's pissed about it, man.
Yeah.
It sucks. I get it.
And retailers should be pissed. Like, everybody should be a little angry, but retailers who are, putting money into this, obviously they're trying to make money, but they're also doing this because they enjoy it, right? They're not going to keep doing it. And retailer exclusives are taking a pretty heavy hit this year. A lot of retailers have kind of come out and said that. And for the retailers that are out there that are trying to do it in a way where they're saying, like Rage said earlier, like Bill just said, they number their books for that reason. People love that. They want to know that what they're buying is what they're actually buying, right? If it's a limited print run, they want to make sure it's limited. That's why we're so worried about this, is because it just kills the whole authenticity of what a retailer is saying. And somebody could have known this, and the retailer could have had no idea, and the person could have been like, I know the inside, you're lying to me, and a retailer could have no idea. You know what I mean? It could just cause a big, huge problem. So I don't know, man. I'm excited to see where this goes. I think that last year's C2E2, that big problem that was that happened, Marvel came out. They actually made some changes because of it. So I'm hoping that will happen through this. But we'll just have to keep an eye on it, man, because it's very interesting, dude. And I'm glad you reached out to Image and you put that video up there. I'll leave a link in the description.
Yeah, if I didn't see your video, I would have had. I mean, I probably would have heard it eventually, but I saw your video and I got multiple messages about my exclusive. Then I started to worry. I was like, okay, what is going on? So, I mean, we all kind of knew that there were comps out there. We all had it in our back of our. We've heard of it before, but we didn't know the numbers, and that's something I wanted to find out for everybody, including myself. But
that sounds like mafia shit. Like you've got a wet RB type of deal. Like we need to get our copies too, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's kind of
and we'll protect you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you got to feed daddy over here, right? Make sure I get my 20 copies.
I understand the Image people, the 25 that work there. I understand them getting a copy each. I mean, that just seems a fun incentive.
I mean, do they get a paycheck? Did they get paid in rocks? Why do they need to get a free comic book?
Well,
you know what I mean?
I don't have anything against it. Like since there's only like 25 of them and not all of them do it. It's just like an incentive to work there. I'm sure there's just some bonus for the actual collectors that want one. I still think they should put something on it to separate it, but when it goes to a creative team, like you're saying, look, in my mind, dude, they have A, B, C, D. Order as many as you want. It's yours. But then you're going to reach, not trying to step on anyone's toes over there, but then you're going to reach into our shit that these are exclusives, dude. They're limited prints. You are ordering our stuff really without even our knowledge how many you're getting, and we're not getting anything out of that, and you're taking it to con and you're signing it and probably selling it for triple. I mean, I don't even have any idea how much they're selling. I sold mine for $25 because I don't care. It's 500, no problem. But imagine a signed one. I think I looked on eBay the other day and they're like $100, $200, and those are probably the ones from the con that aren't even part of the print, because I don't even have mine yet, dude.
I wonder if they're still printing The Walking Dead #1 and putting them on eBay. you know what I mean? Hey, I found another one. It's mint.
I will say one thing. This is for like larger companies like Marvel and DC. I don't think it's fair to do it like Image or someone else. But if you go to like printing companies like IWCO, based out of Minneapolis, you can give them a subset and say, hey, I want to print 1,000 of this. And you can actually give them different codes. Like these are for employees. These are for customers. And what you're talking about, Bill, about the digital code, they'll put the digital code on there. So you could easily identify exactly which ones are like employees versus which is like customer. So, it's hard to do that when you're doing like 500, because IWCO, like they do like American Express, like direct mail, stuff like that. Much bigger quantities, but there are different things where you can identify and at least distinguish that piece.
The Image. Retailer incentives all have the RI in the upper corner on like the TMNT books. So
yeah, on the back code or whatever. But like you're saying, Nate, it's super easy, dude. It's only take a second to adjust the digital image.
I mean, like honestly, if I was gonna, I think like when Theo was saying like, hey, we'll have them on the back, we'll write them in. I would take that. And if I can't get, I would love to have like the digital or something like that. And if I can get someone writing on it, or someone I trust, depending on the size print, it's just much better than not having anything at all. I mean, it's just it's steps. So I think like Theo's got the right idea, you got the right idea. So it's getting people. Eventually, we'll get there, but it definitely seems like a shift in what
one
we
thing
expect.
for sure I can tell you is that he's told me at the end of the whole conversation, the guy from Image told me that from now on, he is going to let every retailer know how many people ordered over the print. So if a creative team ordered 100, he's going to tell them, and then he's going to tell us how many the Image people took, so we can have an accurate number. And hopefully he tells that before we sell them. Unfortunately, the problem with that is a lot of companies play the game who can sell first.
Yes.
And then they're pre-selling a book 3 months before it's even on FOC, which is something that I want to stay away from personally, just because who wants to buy a book 3 months ago and get it, 4 months later? Like, you want to order a book and have it in a couple of weeks. Do you know what I mean? Or at least a month. And this happened with this book, honestly, because I sold it only a week before, or during pre-orders. I think I sold it, right? Or no, I sold it a week before, and then they pushed the FOC date like 3 weeks. It kept getting pushed. You guys know about that. I'm sure that book's been pushed a million times. Till now, people are messaging me up the ass every other day. Where's my book? And I have to pushed. It's pushed. I apologize. But one thing that really bothered me, though, is when I saw your video and I saw the picture of them on the table, I was like, how in the hell did they have the book before I have my own book? It's my book.
Yeah.
What is it doing on someone else's table? Even though my book wasn't there, it was there.
Yeah.
It was there. It was just in a box or something.
Behind
Or since they already ordered 20, they decided to keep 5 for themselves. They liked it and they wanted to keep it or something. But like, I don't know. When people see there's another problem. I don't want to keep talking about it, but like, you sell that book gets hot, right? It's $100 each. It's sold out. It's sold 3 months ago, right? And they see that, and it hasn't even printed yet, and they're like, "Shit, that book is selling on eBay for $150." But these are the creative team. I'm speculating here, and they go, oh, "Damn, that book's $150, and it's already sold out. Let's print 200
more.
Yeah, let's get 200 for ourselves for con because we can make some money."
Yeah.
And believe me, that's everyone's drive. Look, I try to be honest and stuff like that, but I'm not. I'm in the business because I love it, but I'm definitely not in the business to go broke. Yeah. I mean, if I'm gonna, just buying comics makes you broke anyway, right? I mean, but I don't know. I'm just saying, like, there's a lot of incentive to do shady shit.
Yeah, the scariest thing is that now we know about it, and we have to think if there's any big, like, we all can think of big retailer exclusives that hit at some point that were supposedly limited to 200 or less, or like you said, 88. And could you imagine if it came out that one of those books there's 200 extra copies on it? That would be a big deal.
That's what I was saying in the video. The one with I don't know if it's number 1 or number 8 or whatever. I feel like it was number 8, the print run at 88, because it makes sense. But if that book had 200 to the creative team and 25, or say 20 to the image people, I mean, that's over 300 print run.
That's crazy.
And they're selling them at cons, right?
Yeah.
So that's it's tough I'm upset for all the retailers because it's sad. And like Trish was saying, same for her, because she probably got a couple comps from the retailer that she worked with, and neither of them knew that, I don't know the exact what happened there, but if there was another 200 out there or 50 or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a bummer.
I just don't want the comic world. Like, I think that the comic world's so inviting. Like, the people want you to get into the comics, like read this. Hey, you should do this. I don't want the poison. Like, I love cards, but you can't trust the card guys. You really have to.
Oh yeah.
And you don't want that world to bleed over into ours.
Yeah. And there's a lot of shady shit in this industry. There's no doubt about that.
But like everything else, but there are more good guys than bad guys, I think. Here.
Let's hope.
There's one thing I did want to piggyback off of. I see Bro Sidon earlier. He commented
retailers that pre-sell books and sell out months before, or even pre-selling books that are supposed to be con exclusives. I got to say something about that, because I can tell you right now, it was really tough for me to not do that. I had a lot of my friends try to reach out and grab copies, and it's risky. I was nervous as fuck, but that is like a really big thing to me, is like, if it's a con exclusive, sell it at the con.
Yes.
Okay. Or if you can't make it to the con, I mean, I don't know why you're coming out with the con exclusive anyways, but sell it during the time frame of the con. Don't sell it before the con.
Oh, there's so much of that online.
Freaking hate
But, I mean,
seeing that, man.
just the fact that
I
you're even
really
saying that, the integrity's there.
Well, I mean, this
that's
has to
why I
do
think we
with-
missed in the card industry. Like,
I was
you
nervous.
got
Don't get me wrong. I went live.
Yeah.
I sold. I did my thing. Yes.
Now,
my
what-
heart
what you're
was in
s-
my ass the entire time.
A lot of big name artists do that though. Like they'll get their New York C2E2 con, or whatever con you want to call it. I don't know exactly, but let's just pretend that it's J. Stars Campbell, Mike Mayhew, just even if it's not. And they'll say, "Oh, here's my con exclusive. Here's half on the store for my store people, and then half at con." And although they're doing that partially to make money, but the other partial to let their online buyers that can't go to con get them, to be kind of fair.
Yeah,
Do you
I
know
don't
what
have a
mean?
problem with that. I don't necessarily have a problem with that. Like if an artist is going, "Hey, I'm going to save half the print run to put online for the people that can't make it, and the other half for at the con," and like you were saying, Theo, sell them that weekend. I don't got a problem with that at all.
Well, yeah, do it during the con then. That's fine.
it's still the comp community. You're trying to do it during the con. If you can make it, here's your batch. If you can't make it, here's your batch.
I'm always sketched out because I saw a certain person's video about him pre-buying a book, and he got a 9.8, and there was jizz on the inside of that CGC cover all over that gold Superman cover.
Oh shit!
Gee, I wonder who that could have been. But I'm
Yeah,
pretty
I
sure
was
that there was
furious.
jizz all over both of those books.
I was furious, bro. Those cases were destroyed, man.
We showed that, dude. I was I was blown away by that, and the fact that it happened the way it did, where you were opening them up on camera and saw.
I
them
wanted
that
to
way.
make sure to do that though. I so that if anything, I had some sort of video recording of it, because those books were super hot. The problem here is the end game is this. Like, dude, if shit ain't done properly, people lose money. For the speculators out there, and let's be honest, dude, I ran a poll once. How many people collect for the key and how many people are read? Right? And it was 50-50. There was a lot of people that said 50. Now, 50% of the readers lied.
I was about to say that. Yeah, that's a big lie. That's probably like 1090.
I've said it before. I'll say it again. I get Playboy to read the articles. I get
Oh,
comic
yeah.
books to look at the pictures.
Yeah, exactly. But it's since the inception of Key Collector, and I don't want to get too far in that. This thing has turned into a buy-sell market. It's always been a collectible. It will always be a collectible industry, just like cards, because it's art and writing, and there's keys. But since the inception of Key Collector, everything has turned into this stock market, money market insanity. And unfortunately, people are manipulating. I mean, you're doing a story. You got lots of YouTubers doing a story every 3 months about some bullshit. Whether it's C2E2 twice now, or another con, or like the Momoko incident where they were rushing her and it was all retailers and the people were pissed and she hid under the table. It's just a nonstop cluster because it's all about money now.
Well, you can't talk about key books on the show because Nick will put it on his hot 10 the next day, bro.
Well, he won't with me. He won't do anything I say.
You know what? This is what I say about Nick, and like Bill said, we're not going to get too deep into it. But one thing that I do want to say about Nick is, I just wish Nick would be better about PR. I wish he would get on more shows and talk about it more, because I think it would help him. I mean, I mean, unless he just totally puts his foot in his mouth. But if he would come out and like explain, why he does what he does, and I don't have any. Because let's be honest, the guy doesn't have any really, as far as I know, he doesn't have anybody working for him. He's doing most of that stuff himself. So like,
yeah, right.
You don't think so,
bro? No, he's got a team, bro. Come on.
Well,
he's got a bunch of people behind a computer. He's got people watching the news constantly, so that as soon as a movie breaks, they can drop it on the app. And look, I'm not hating on it. It's a great idea, right? But it confuses the market. And the problem is, I did a video about it a long time ago. I pulled it down because he called me and asked me to, and I wish I didn't. But the way it works is this: news comes out, he says, "Oh shit, Warlock's going to be in a movie or whatever," and then on the app says Warlock is going up in value, even though it hasn't even moved yet. Then he tracks it for a week, and then you get Tom or whoever doing their videos. The book went up 320%. How do you know it went up 320%? Are you tracking the entire eBay? No, you're not. You're tracking the one book that you pumped.
Yeah.
So he does that about 10, 20 books a week based on news, and they follow it, and that's how they get those percentage numbers. Now, when I did that video, I said, look, then it goes to Tom. Tom talks about it. Then he says, go to the Key Collector app. It does this vicious circle, right?
Yeah.
When I had said that, he was doing a lot of videos with Tom. To answer your question, why he's not going live anymore is because he had to separate himself from it, because in essence, it's market manipulation.
Yeah, a lot of people have been saying that. No, you're not the only person to say that. No, you're definitely
right.
Yeah, you're definitely right.
He's
I get
right.
it. Yeah, there's a
and
big
then what
pump.
happens? You all press the button. Well, 20% of people that don't understand press the button on Key Collector to go buy it. He gets a percentage off eBay. That's the game. That's how he makes money.
Yeah.
I don't do that, but people do. They press the button. He gets his little percent from eBay because they bought under his link that brought him to eBay. And then in a week, what happens to that book? It dumps.
Yeah.
It dumps. And if I had to preach anything to anybody, and I'm not here for that, but we got into it, buy the big keys, guys. It's almost too late now, but buy the big ones, Wolverine and the original stuff. When you get stuck in this game of this new movie's coming out, a new indie's coming out, the book's only going to go so high.
The character that's going to die.
Look at Walking Dead.
Yeah.
Remember how Walking Dead was a lot more expensive than it is now.
It's coming back, though. It's coming back.
Yeah, I do love Walking Dead. I'm binging the shit out of it all over again.
I don't think it's too late, Bill. I really don't, man. I think that if anything, now might be the time to really keep an eye on those big keys. If you ever were going to get a chance to buy them, now over the next 6 months.
With the market, with the money right now. No one's buying right now. And I know people have been picking up big books on eBay because they're liquidating because they need money.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're right. Right now is a good time. But I worry about the people that buy absolutely everything they see immediately when they see it on the app. Even though I enjoy the app, it helps me. I like to look at it. It's quick, easy. But they're influenced by that. And I hate to say it, top 10 lists every week on every channel. And it's the same thing with everybody, guys.
Yeah.
I mean, every .com is telling you what's hot this week, but there's no real way to track it. If you really think about it, there's too much shit on eBay for anyone to literally have something to track every single book.
All the sales on Whatnot and eBay or IG Live, Facebook Live, 90% of the sales you're not even seeing. And then we're not even talking about all the brick and mortar stores that are selling books.
Oh, yeah.
So,
but yeah. I just wish I want people to be safe. That's all. That's why I only do new spec on books that aren't even out yet.
Yeah.
I appreciate anyone else that wants to teach people about the old spec, but I think it's, in my world, it's common knowledge. And like, when you see a Carnage or ASM 361 or some Secret Wars 8 at a store and you get it for a good price, buy it, put it away.
Yep.
It's just one of those things. But like,
Well, also it's
Namor and fucking all that shit that's go up and down and up and just
Kang, yeah. Well, we say it a lot, and we get made fun of when we say it, and there's this whole joke about FOMO and this and that, but it's always goes back to buy what you like. I think that being a collector, something about the human, thing that we like to collect things, whether it's rocks, baseball cards, comic books, it doesn't matter. If you're having fun collecting it, there's always different ways to collect. And we talk about that all the time. The comics tent is huge, and there's so many different tent poles, and there's so many different collecting tent poles. You got the people that collect the niche collecting, like skull covers or bondage covers or innuendo covers or something, moon covers. They're wanting to complete
acetate
a run.
covers.
Acetate covers. There you go. Keep them coming, baby. I like them. So, but
homages.
I do want to say thanks to Bill for jumping on, man. I appreciate it, dude.
I'll take off, guys. I appreciate the time. But yeah, back to it. I mean, the main thing is 200. A creator team is only able to get 200, at least with Image, over the print run. That doesn't mean they're getting 200, but that is the max.
Yeah.
And then the Image team 25.
I actually personally, I like the fact that they give the team copies.
Yes,
I'm
okay with that.
Team,
yeah, the Image team, like
one per person.
If they're working there, they're probably comic fans. Like, I think it means probably a lot to them to get that. I love that idea.
I like that too. It's
Again,
only one per person, so
I slightly understand the damage, reprint, swap out stuff. I've been an advocate for a long time. Print 3,000. That's it. The team. They get theirs. Boom. Okay, now you're down to, 3,500. There's 1,000 damages. Bummer.
Well,
that
a lot of people are dealing with
that
right now in that Spider-Boy book. That's for sure.
That means that 9/8s are more rare, and it keeps the value up on them. 3,000. We printed 500. Well, 200 got damaged. Ha! Fuck, that's going to be a hot book, ain't it?
Yes.
Literally, like that end game. No more problem. Boom. This is what we printed. Well, 500 got damaged. Well, fucking good luck on them 9/8s. That shit's going to be expensive.
Wow.
End all of it.
How could you track somebody from like going late into the office and pulling up the image and say, we're going to print 200 of these? There's nobody going to know.
Motherfucker, you haven't watched enough Marvel. Nanotech.
What are you trying to say, Redhood?
He's saying,
what's to keep them from printing more?
Money.
Like the
supplies.
The guy you talked to said, hey, they can only print 200 and this and that. What's to keep somebody that maybe said, well, okay, is he gone for the day? Okay,
Is Cobra Commander running Image? I mean, what the fuck are you running?
Hey, man. Hey, what about Todd McFarlane? He goes, hey, where's my cut?
Hey, that guy's
I want 1,000 of them.
He only signs like 100 at a time.
Yeah.
Bro, that motherfucker, dude, he takes a whole rack of pens to the CGC. Wow,
I want the
dude.
Todd with 3 Ds.
Hey, Bill, before you go, bro, talk about Speechless, man, because this is something that you were talking about to me the other night, and you had a show that you talked about it the other night with Perillo, talking about your.
Yeah,
Perillo.
he wasn't on, but we launched the number 5.
Thank you.
Speechless is just a book that I give the opportunity for any artist to draw, do whatever cover they want to do without any guidance, and they're always told, draw Vampirilla, draw whatever, right? And then what I do is I interview them through the process. So I make them take pictures of everything from the beginning to end. I interview them about their comic knowledge, like where they studied, their life, their tools, if they're digital artists, blah, 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 right? And then all the way to the finish of the book. So that's what Speechless is. It's basically like an inside look at their process, their studio, their whatever. So Lucio was number 5. We just dropped that yesterday.
Yeah,
but
man.
we've had Ivan Tao, we've had Puppeteer Lee, Joel Gomez, and Pool Boy. Some of you might know Pool Boy's on my show on Thursdays. He was number 1. But yeah, I mean, that's what it is.
It's such a great idea, and I'm glad that you're doing it. And I'm bummed that I didn't hear about it sooner, man. So.
Oh, it's okay. I mean, they're still there. Go ahead.
Yeah. Well, I'm showing everybody right now so they can go buy it.
The number one's the only one that sold out. But and I had gotten a little riff with. I had a problem with DC Warner Brothers. Why Speechless? I trademarked the name right 2 years ago, and I don't know if you saw some hype about that book called DC Speechless. Anyway, there's this new book that they're going to send a print called DC Speechless. I found out about it, and I had my lawyers reach out, and they changed it to call it DC Silent Tales. But that was a whole endeavor, and it ended up costing me a pretty penny just because I told them too early. If I would have waited till they printed, I probably could have done well. But since I informed them before, yeah, there it is. Yeah. They were able to change it without any problems. So that I just got done doing that. It was a real pain in the ass. I can tell you what.
Yeah, I bet, man. I bet.
But I protected the name.
Are any of these ones numbered or no?
All my Speechless are numbered. Yeah. They're all numbered.
Yep.
And so, but
how are they numbered? Built? Are they?
It's on the book.
Written on?
One? No, it's printed on.
Printed?
So one of 300, two of 300, and then. For instance, like we're talking about this 8 billion. If Lucio's I'm sending his comp copies, his say Lucio on the bottom right. You know what I mean? I could have put AP, but I thought it'd be more personal if I put his name on there.
Yeah.
And then my personal copies say EIC for Economics and Comics. And then I have a sick edition that's.
Do you have mine? Mine say SBA. Super badass.
Yeah, mine say Red Hood on mine.
I don't have one. I only have sick and Lucio. And
Mine says RH for anybody that
rheumatoid hemorrhoids.
My wallet says bad motherfucker. Hold on.
It's the one that says
maybe that's a new thing, a personalized comic book, right?
Well, don't.
Anyway, yeah, it's just a fun thing I do over here. Next is Carla Cohen in a couple months, and we'll just keep going. But I mean, I went big in the middle there with Puppeteer, Ivan, and Lucio. It's really cool though because you learn everything about them, and that's something you don't get to do. And watch them create the piece within the book.
Yeah.
Like if you're going to con, I want it to be like going to con where you get something done and you're talking to them and you watch. But it's very personal to them, and that's why they like to do it. And they get to. What's another?
That Tau 4 is
it's sick. Yeah,
fucking
I know.
incredible.
But so that's one of his personal characters. What Speechless also turned into, which is kind of interesting, is every artist has brought their personal characters to it that haven't been published yet. So like this one is part of his Pucheri series or something. Ivan's. It's one of his eventually, hopefully, to get published. The Lucio Perillo is a character that he has a story that he wants to turn into a movie that's almost been completed over on his end. That's his dream, right? To make like a Fire and Ice movie or some shit like that. So that's one of those characters. Even the Puppeteer Lee is like, I think he calls her Snow White or something like that, which is one of his other characters. So I love that they're bringing their personal characters. Plus, I can't have them do Harley Quinn. I'll get sued. But you know what I mean? But like,
you want to hear a funny story about that?
Sure,
of course.
So I came out with an exclusive at C2E2, and the only way I was able to do it, because it's a John Wick exclusive, right? The only way I was able to legally do that is because I said that it was me. So I made like little tweaks to it, you know. Instead of like having like a pit bull on there, I had my German Shepherd on there.
Yeah.
You know, it said like Rage on the license plate of the Mustang and stuff. So a little workaround there. If you ever find somebody who looks like Harley Quinn, well, there you go.
Well, there are exceptions though in the industry. You can tweak stuff. I've done some Hardly Thin books with
Pharaoh Lounge.
Or whatever it is, not Pharaoh's. No, with actually, it's Hardly Thin. It's a
Hardly Thin.
Do you poo?
Marat Michaels.
Yeah, Marat Michaels, and I had Piper do a Harley. I mean, look exactly like her, man. But she did some tweaks to the hair. You can change it percentage wise, and it's sold. It was gorgeous. But like you're saying, your John Wick thing. Like there's we just finished a book that Image approved, and it was almost impossible to get through. But it's Something Epic, new book called Something Epic, a couple weeks. And it's a Gremlins homage. You know where the movie poster where he's holding the box and you can see the little Gremlins hand coming out from the old Gremlins movie. It's a movie poster. But it's actually Hush Hush, Grogu, and Mando.
Instead of Gizmo?
Yeah.
Grogu instead of Gizmo?
Yeah, and
that's fucking great idea.
The dude holding
That's a great idea. That's great.
Is Mando. I don't know if you guys seen it yet, but
yeah, a little work.
So they made us change it 1,000,000 times, but still, when you see it, you're gonna think that.
You know what it is.
So
it's like if you know, you know, yeah.
It's gonna be really cool. I just hope they don't overprint it by 200.
Now you can make like a Din Djarin in the short round or something like that.
Right? Regardless of how you feel about Doogie the one thing I can give Doogie Poo's credit for, those are all numbered.
Well, that brings up a good question. I want to ask this. This is a perfect time. You let me right into it. You segued right into it, my friend. So, these books where the interior are the same and they keep adding different covers to it. Dewey Poo is big on that. A lot of guys are doing that.
Yeah, same with Hardly Thin.
Yeah. A lot of guys are doing it with art issues, right? Artists are doing their special art books. They're doing that where they're keeping the interiors. What is your guys' thoughts on that? And especially Bill and Theo, I want to know.
I'll just speak quick. It's you're buying the cover.
Amen.
You're buying those type of things are mostly super limited print to 100 or some maybe 200 maybe. You're buying the covers, and it's just a way for them to give you a 24-page book, which is most of the time their art on every page, which is fine. Like Hardly Thin, there's 100 issues of it. To you, Pooh, it's all the same issue inside. It's easy to do. It's fast. You can get multiple artists to do it, and they can do their interpretation of Hardly Thin or their interpretation of Winnie the Pooh or whatever. Unfortunately, like for me with Speechless, this shit takes me like 3 months each person. It takes forever to make it because it takes them time. I got to do all that. It's different. People want me to do reprints of number one, and I'm like, because it's sold out, and I don't want to, not just yet, because I don't want it to be the same thing. I want it to be something you can actually read, even though we all know everyone's buying it for the cover.
Yeah.
But
I respect that, man.
To work around the system, bro, is what you're saying. It's just a way for an artist to make some extra money, feature different artists, and put it on top of something instead of it being all blank, or whatever.
Yeah.
Maybe comic books. The future is no more internal pages. It's just the cover, and you go to a comic shop and someone opens it and hey, there's no pages in it. What for? You're not going to fucking read it. You know what I mean?
Just a metal.
There you go. There's your cover.
Fold, though. It wouldn't
you know what
fold.
I mean?
I get it, but there's
right.
If there was nothing there, it
right. Give the customer the option. It's $6 if you want to read a book. It's $2 if you just want the cover, right?
And we got 30 covers.
Right. It detaches. You know what I mean?
It transforms.
Right. It detaches. You could have the cover or you can have the whole book. What do you want? Are you going to read it or not? You know what I mean?
Well, a lot of people do read digitally. I know Rhinoverse did make the comment that digital code inside, which I like. Don't get me wrong. I like it because, we are collectors. We want those things to be in, great condition. So we'll buy one that we read. And back in the day, we used to buy one to read and buy one to keep polybagged, right? So,
yep.
I don't know,
we don't still do that?
Yeah, I do. But
you buy more than one now.
Yeah.
I did that with my number one.
You buy stack.
I did that with number one. I did a digital too, and I had to. So if they bought it, they would get emailed the digital code as well, so they didn't have to open the book. And it's a good idea, but and I might bring it back. But what's crazy is trademarks. A lot of people don't understand about trademarks, right? So. I've got a trademark on Speechless on print. You cannot use my name on print, like I did with DC and Warner. They had to remove it because I had the trademark, but they wouldn't allow me digitally. So the trademark. I had to reapply again, and all that shit costs money, guy. I mean, it's not cheap. And then for prints, and then for every little way, baseball cards, whatever, posters. So I just stopped doing the digital because I didn't want to have any problem. Unfortunately, now DC Speechless is all digital. They've been able to keep that, but
yeah,
they can't print it, which is fine with me. I don't care.
Yeah.
Fucking pussies, dude.
But yeah, I mean, it is a good thing that meets both worlds for the collector, and the someone that really wants to know about Ivan Tao or Brio. They want to read it, but they don't want to open it. It does help it. So I might bring that back, the digital code with the book, so that
I think
I'm waiting for him to invent the digital comic book. So it's like 2 iPads, but because now they have the folding glass, it could fold all the way around the back, all the way around the top, and you open it, and all you do is swipe on your iPad, like this, and it would turn the page for you, and you'd see the full action of the turn page on both screens all the way through. And not only that, every single digital picture in there could move and have animation.
you just like
do
to
it.
feel. He likes touching the book.
Not only that,
don't touch that book, dude. It ain't no 9.8 anymore.
Not only that, when you close it, you can get the back cover and the front cover, and you can get every variant on your digital iPad.
Yeah.
Even though you only bought 3 or 4 of the collectibles, your interior.
I'm just glad you're showing the Ewoks book. I'm glad you're not showing a Care Bears book.
I lost him as soon as he pulled that book.
Yeah.
you gotta buy what
Hey,
you
it's a
like,
newsstand.
man.
Holy
It's
shit.
on
It's
the
a
dip.
newsstand. Better
It's
be
on
careful,
the
man.
dip.
That's
bro,
supposed to be mine.
it's a newsstand. It's gonna be on
It's a
King
Mylar.
Collector tomorrow morning, bro. Ewoks newsstands. You better go get them.
Yeah.
Solo Wiki said this about Star Wars Celebration. It's hitting.
Yeah. Well,
I hate to say it, I do like that book, so don't. I think that's cool.
Yeah. Well, good stuff.
All right, well, hey, I appreciate you guys having me. I'm gonna let you guys do your thing. If you guys are keeping
Sick!
watch you while I'm
Sick,
working.
baby.
Thanks, Bill.
You're
I
not gonna give it
appreciate
to
you,
us?
brother. And we got to have you
Hey,
on
by
again.
the way, you guys, Brian, you live in Phoenix. How many of you guys live in Arizona?
Last time I saw you was at the Old Man Con.
Oh, I
like,
remember. You called me
2 or
fat.
3
Now I
years
remember you.
ago.
Yeah, I remember him. He goes, "Don't worry, I'm talking about. I've already got it out of my system." But like, I remember seeing him. Hey, are you looking out? Yeah, man, you're way fatter than you are on TV. I'm like, yeah, fuck you.
Man, that's awesome, dude.
Yeah, because it was me and Ish. Because I was standing talking to Ish's wife, and you had walked in, and
I had no idea that was the whole group. I had no. There was an old man con, but yeah, it's true, dude. I'm getting there fat.
Was this a Comic Con or a Social Security Con?
Yeah, right.
Oh, dude, there ain't no better than the old man con. Solo
You're
Wiki
right.
known.
Yeah,
dude,
that's where it's at.
Bring your checkbook. What book do
Yeah,
you
dude,
want?
they got-
I'm not kidding. It's there. If you
It's
want
just
it, it's there.
Big keys.
So you have to
Yeah.
use a checkbook at an old man con?
Yes,
Oh,
you
yeah,
do.
yeah.
Yes, you do. You can write your social security over
Bro,
as well.
be fucking, how much for that book? Hold on, let me scratch
That's
that
where
out.
I finally found that Witching Hour 13 for $30.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
giving.
I finally found one, and it was at that Old Man Con.
Well, shout out to
well,
Bill
they
on
did
Seti.
Digging in bins.
Yeah, we
I
got to
wish
get
they'd
Bill
do a
on
bigger
here
area
anytime.
though. I wish it'd be a little bigger because it's in like a little Elks Lodge or something like that.
Well, I
Hey,
will.
so are we gonna boycott Ryan Brown?
Well, I don't know. We'll see what he has to say. I want to see what he has to say. Maybe he'll.
He ain't gonna say nothing, dude.
You never know, man. You never know.
That's
You gotta
my
give him a
book,
chance.
bro. It's my book. Fuck
Yeah.
off.
Yeah, I own this character. Yeah. So, I will say this, Bill. I appreciate you, man, and been using your FOC list for a long time now. And
cool, man.
I appreciate you coming on. We bring it up every Saturday show. We go take a look at your FOC bundle list. So, I'd love to
hope
have
that
you
helps.
on more in the future, and I can't wait to hang out with you at some old man con in the future, man.
Yeah, our Phoenix is coming soon. I'll roll in there and have some. I'm real fat now, so I might have like
Hey, we can.
I'll have Solo Wookiee come carry me around a little bit.
Hey, I'll push your wheelchair anytime, buddy.
Solo Wookiee be behind me with the bell. Shame.
So it could be like the droid rickshaw from Boba Fett.
Yeah. Don't tempt him. Yeah. So, all right. Thanks, brother. Appreciate you. We'll see you next time,
take
man.
care, guys. Hey, thank you for having me. I'll see you.
All right.
Good to
later,
see
Bill.
you, buddy.
That's a good dude, man. I like that guy.
He is.
I like what he does, and I'm stoked that we were able to bring him on the show. So we'll do it more in the future. We share a lot of the same community, and it's cool that he's here in town. Theo, man, how was C2E2? Other than the ridiculousness that we've already kind of hit on, how was your book received?
So, not tooting my own horn, but, we sold out in 2 hours. So it was amazing. I think it was like about 135 print run. We had a pretty limited amount of metals, foils, and then we did like trade inversion sets. But yeah, that stuff flew out. I mean, I sold it all on Whatnot. I picked up some con exclusives there. I mentioned the 8 Billion Genie director cut that they hand numbered. I think that was limited to 500. The 300s by Frank Miller, the Tyler Kirkhams, the Giant Desjardins, all that stuff went like hotcakes. But as far as C2E2 goes, there wasn't too many exclusives that were like really heavy hitting, not like MegaCon. MegaCon, I'll give that con credit. They had a lot of exclusives that were pretty phenomenal, like the Batman Beyond 1 foil, those Superman foil. I think they had that pink foil with the lightning that you had to I think it was like spend $1,500 and you got like one copy or something like that. But yeah, MegaCon, MegaCon had all the really good exclusives.
Here's the
Honestly,
problem.
C2E2 was more, it was business, but C2E2 was more pleasure than business.
Theo, do you mind? Because when you say like spend $1,500 and get one of those, like, is that like you have to be a dealer to spend $1,500 on another dealer? Like, I don't know exactly how that works.
That's just what I heard. Like I said, I wasn't there, so I don't know like the specifics, but I think that applied to anybody. It was like anybody that went and
this
bought
amount, you can get
X amount of dollars, you got one copy of that. So that was like the most sought after Superman foil, to my knowledge.
Here's a quick image of some of the books that were at MegaCon that Theo's talking about. Let me bring these up here. There's your lightning one, right? So is that the lightning one right there?
Yep.
Here's the thing, and I want to get
Hey,
Nelson.
is that Rage Theo right there with the knives?
That is right there.
Don't mess him. Don't cross him.
Yeah.
I knew he was a killer, bro.
Yeah, killer. Don't push him. One of the things that I do want to bring up since we're talking about is I really want to get Nelson from Big Time Collectibles on here to talk about this because don't get me wrong, I love it. I'm a collector at heart and I want every single one of those Death of Superman issues and this and that. But I feel like he's opening a door that is really going to cause some issues, man. And next thing we know, we're going to see every Green Lantern. We're going to see a logo, just Green Lantern logos with every single metal color behind it. We're going to see, they're not even going to have to draw on these things anymore.
Bro Sidon, I think, corrected it. It's you're able to get the pink foil if you had 1,500 points. I don't know what points are, so.
Okay.
Brian, I definitely see what you're saying because I thought about the same thing because when they came out with the Death of Superman, and I think they're the original, like, was it a red and like a yellow or something like that? Obviously, I'm not the best person to talk to this, but that one, like when it came out, was it 92? It was so big. I mean, it was such an iconic thing, even though really the book's not worth anything. But we were growing up, it was such a big thing. I could see when you come out and you hit like a yellow or a red and people just blow up over it. And I don't know how many issues they made, but they sold out and then start doing like the rainbow, kind of like the parallels for when it comes to basketball. The only thing I would say with Superman, I could see where you could do it. And I don't think you'll have to worry about like Green Lantern and the other ones because I don't think anyone would want them. Honestly, I just don't think anyone would care. If it wasn't that Death of Superman, I don't think anyone paying attention to that book at all.
Yeah.
And I think that if they limit it, it's more people that are our age are probably like, hey, I want that one or I want that one. And then, well, I get the other color. I want to get the rainbow. besides, because then they try to do Batman's back. I don't know if they could do that unless they were trying to do like a Bane cover somehow or another and then change the colors. But I don't think there'd be enough that would actually make it where you could actually go widespread.
Yeah.
And if you've got a team and if you've got a company and you can if you can sell and you can cover your payroll and go from con to con, I would do every color possible too.
Yeah. Yeah. I just hope it doesn't turn into, that down the road where, oh, here we go. Eat your words, Nate. Eat your words.
Now here's the question: who's buying it? How many going to buy?
Yeah.
Is it going to be green? Is it going to be blue? Is it going to be Green Lantern? Here you go. Green, red,
yeah,
yellow. Well, there you go. But
yeah.
Have we seen the Green Lantern one? Has it been a big one? Has it been a big thing?
I haven't seen it yet. No, if I would have seen it, I probably wouldn't have said that. But yeah, man, I don't know. We'll see. But I will say this: I think he did a good job, and it was a great idea. And it sucks when that idea is such a good idea for money making. And like Bill said, a lot of these people, they aren't doing it to lose money. We're not doing it to lose money. Yeah, we're doing it not. Money isn't the only reason, but it's a big reason. Like, don't get it twisted. We're trying to make some money off this, and that's what we do. That's So
I mean, that's the goal, but hopefully most of the people that are doing these things, it's a passion project.
Yeah.
At the same time, like I've come out with a Berserker exclusive. I've come out with now a John Wick exclusive. Anybody that knows me for a while now knows that I fuck with those two properties, so
yeah.
Hopefully it's something that you like. Especially if you're selling it. How can you sell it if you don't like it?
Yeah. How has your YouTube channel been doing? You get over 1,000 yet?
I think we're at like 850, 860 now.
So for those of
almost
you
there.
guys that don't know, Theo does a great show with Phil, One True Nerd King, that is absolutely amazing. They got a channel, Comics and Chaos. Let me go ahead and show you guys this. We need to get them to 1,000 subs ASAP. I told them that within a month. I think the last time I saw them, it was me and Swag, and we were telling them that within a month they would get to 1,000. So we gotta make that happen. So they're at 861. Go sign up. They go sub up to them. They have great content over there. They're doing great things, and you'll enjoy the stuff. So make sure you guys go sub up. Get them to 1,000.
Appreciate you. Yeah, tomorrow night we got open mic, open Q&A. Everyone on the panel, anyone in the chat, you're more than welcome to come in, say what's up.
Hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah, dude. So good stuff.
If you guys get them the Comics and Chaos, I'll give this away to 1,000.
Ooh, look at that. Look at
Yeah.
that.
Stop it.
So if you're talking about going to Spider-Verse, Miles, let's get Rage Theo 1,000 subscribers. 9.8 CBCS. Here we go.
Damn.
There you go, you guys.
How many fake accounts can I make in the next?
It's got to be tonight. It's got to be tonight. That's the qualifier.
There's
not like
125 in here right now.
Okay.
I know not all of you guys are subbed up over there yet, but most of you are. But most of
So-
you can go make a fake account like everybody
Wow.
else.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Yeah, hashtag free stuff, AOA says. Hashtag free
I also,
stuff.
I got a Batman 423 newsstand. I'm giving away on IG. If you sub up to Comics and Chaos, you get an entry. So there you go.
Not bad. Not bad. All right. I think that is going to be the end of the drama, comic book drama alert section this week. Make sure you guys jump in on the, go ahead and go jump in on the Discord. If you guys don't know, we have the Beyond Wednesdays Discord where we not only do we show every show, we replay, we do live in the stages, but there's all kinds of cool stuff in there, and any show that you guys want to watch, you can watch the full thing in that Discord. But there's all kinds of cool stuff in there. If you guys are into niche comic collecting, I have a lot of cool lists in there that we're starting. Go check them out. And a lot of fun stuff going on in the Discord, including Bogcast and Wednesday night's show. So come check it out in the Discord. On link is in the description below. That being said, let's get into real quick because we don't want to miss out. We just had Bill on here. We can't not do FOC this week, considering he was on the show, and we love to utilize his FOC webpage list that he does such a good job on every week. We also utilize another great FOC list, that being Lefterose's IG page. He does a really good job with that. And, of course, one of our favorite retailers out there, Bird City Comics, FOC every week on Modern Comic Mayhem is brought to you by Bird City Comics. All right. Let's get into it. Let's see here. Bringing up Lefterose first.
Was that, Nate, your cricket uniform?
What's that?
Cricket. Come on, man. Killing me. Do they serve Coors Light in cricket tournaments?
Cricket. What are you talking about here?
He was holding that cooler bag on the side, and I was asking him if that was his cricket uniform. You saw the picture? I sent it to you, Brian.
Oh, yeah.
Spitting
Oh,
image.
by the way, Brian, are you doing any? Are you showing off any mail calls in this episode?
I am immediately following this pickups.
Okay.
So
there is one thing I wanted to show you, and then I got to get the kids to bed. But I'll hang out for a minute.
all right, we'll do this quickly. FOC
you're
selections for the week of April 9th. Shout out to my brother, whose born day is April 9th. Another revolution gone around the sun for my little brother. Much love to him. Love you, bro. Tomorrow is Easter, so congratulations to all the families out there. There's nothing better than kids searching for Easter eggs. If you guys are parents out there and you ever think about not doing that, trust me, do it. It will make the best memories for your kids when they are older. Don't ever not do it. All right, FOC selections for the week of April 9th, brought to you by Lefteros. This is the one that I really like. This is the Joker cover, Batman and the Joker, Deadly Duo number 7. This is the Smile cover by Jock. Look at that. That's fucking good. That's a good cover.
I don't know what's better, being a comic fan or a fucking orthodontist on this one.
Where's Doc Joe? Where's Doc Joe?
Doc Joe, we found you.
Yeah, that's an instant classic.
Yeah, right. Jock is just perfect for books covers like these.
Is there a variant to this, like where they reverse the colors or anything like that? Because I'd be curious, like if it's like 125, 150.
I don't know, but
you want to pick up.
I imagine they'll probably try to do some type of foil thing on here, right?
It's going to be a hard 9/8.
Yeah. Next, Peacemaker Tries Hard, number 1. This is cover C. You got a first appearance and cover of Peacemaker's dog named Bruce Wayne. So there you go. That's an interesting one. Extreme Venomverse number 1. This is the Lashley variant. You got an intro of a Venomverse version of Eddie Brock. That is Spider-Man and other Venomverse characters in here. So check that out. A lot of Venomverse intros in that. You got I Am Iron Man number 3. This is an introduction to the Iron Shogun armor. That's pretty interesting. We'll see how that plays out. Next, we've got Spider-Man 2099 Dark Genesis number 2. This is the main cover, and you might have a first appearance in here of Blade 2099. I think Richie talked about this the other night. Shout out to Richie. Make sure you guys go sub up at Popcorn Culture. And then Star Wars High Republic number 9. You've got this penultimate issue, which for those of you guys who don't know, that means second to last issue, second to the final issue. And a lot of people will be reading this, I imagine, so make sure you guys go check it out. And then finally, a couple really good Scotty Young covers. Love Scotty Young covers. I like that Extreme Venomverse one for some reason. It's a cool one. And then you got the Amazing Spider-Man number 25 Disney 100 homage variant that everybody are collecting. I'm sure there'll be a 1 in 100 there also. And a Jeff the Landshark second printing of It's Jeff number 1. And that is brought to you by Cover Price. Shout out to Cover Price. Love our boys over at Cover Price doing great things over there. And thank you to Lefteros on IG for continuing to put out this cool little quick hitter that I really, really like. Just to go over some of the interesting ones that we might not know about. So, all right, let me go down here and we will run over to, there we go, right there. All right. let's run over to our boy Economic and Comics. So you guys know he does a great little FOC bundle thing. He does a good job with. And here are some other FOC books that are coming out, or this is FOC for this week. That Avengers Beyond second printing is going to have one for all you Beyonder fans. There's an interesting Derek Chew Elektra cover. There's the Joker cover. More Greg Land Spider-Man covers that I don't like. That's a Chew Silk cover. There's the Disney cover. Wolverine, a Linnell Francis Yu Spider-Verse variant. They're doing these weird Spider-Verse variants, but I'm a fan of Linnell Francis Yu, but I'm not a fan of this cover. It's not that good. There's a Momoko for Extreme Venomverse. That's not bad. I don't think that's terrible. It's in her element. I like when she does her stuff. Here's the Venom Lethal Protector 2 second printing. Ryan was talking about this on Comic News Weekly the other day. That's a cool cover right there. Batman 135 cover. We talked about this. Spider-Man 2099, Dark Genesis number 2. The Barron's covers on Ghost Rider are freaking amazing. All Ghost Rider covers right now are hitting on all cylinders. So, Batman 135 Del Auto cover. We got Eddie P coming back with some Red Room books, which is nice. Love those. You got the Darth Vader. That's a cool cover right there. Tell me if you guys see anything you like. There's the Ghost Rider 14 Spider-Verse variant. That's kind of interesting. This is a cool one right here. I like this one. I like this Venom with the samurai stuff. I don't know why. And this character right here looks badass too. Who's that?
It's almost like you're taking a little bit of Agent Venom from that one, but
yeah,
it's not. But the idea is there.
It's cool. There's the Scotty Young, Joker, the Man Who Stopped Laughing. There you got Adventures of Superman, John Kent, Survival. We probably won't hit them all, but again, go check out Economics and Comics. His webpage is amazing. So great stuff. Darth Vader. There's the Iron Man book. There's the other Scotty Young. I love that. The samurai cover. There's the Daredevil Spider-Verse variant. Cosmic Ghost Rider that have been good lately. Been some great covers over there. Here we go. Look at that. Gotta love that. Frizzin'. Frizzon's so amazing. Joker stuff. Draculina. Some more Chew stuff. There's the Ultraviolet. I like the Ultraviolet stuff that they do. Ooh, look at that. Lobos. Holy cow, dude. Theo, what do you think about those Lobos variants that dropped at all the cons? Did you see them?
Was there one at C2E2?
There wasn't at C2E2, but he dropped the ones at MegaCon and WonderCon, I think. He dropped...
yeah, I don't think I saw them.
Oh, bro, they're gorgeous. You got to check them out. He's killing it. He's absolutely killing it. He's doing a good job. Saga is continuing. Go give Comic Man Andy shit for that being terrible. Junk Rabbit. There we go.
I'm kind of still stuck on that Joker one you showed me at the beginning, dude.
That's good, right? This is cool, too. This cover L of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Ninja Turtles Volume 2, Number 5. People will be picking that up. Great crane cover, too, right there. More of the Spider-Verse variants, which I'm not a fan of. Let's see what else we got here. We've got a couple X-Men books. There's the Star Wars High Republic stuff. Jabba's Palace, second printing. More Spider-Man 2099. There's the Chew stuff. I don't like this cover.
That silk was pretty hot.
Yeah, the silk is nice, but I don't like this. This Rogue and Gambit right here does not look good, man. She looks way off.
She looks like she's from the Golden Girl. She looks old.
Yeah.
She looks
I don't think that cover will ever be outdone, by the way.
Which one?
The Andy Kubert X-Men 24.
Oh yeah.
Old school? Yeah.
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 Ghost Rider 14 Taguchi cover. Look at that. Bringing out Taguchi's back. Taiguchi. I think that's how you say it. Poison Ivy 12. There's a nice Peacemaker cover. The Nasty. There's that Peacemaker book. Some interesting stuff. Facsimiles I can't stand.
Oil.
What is this? Cosplay. That's how they get around it, right? Cosplay. Ooh, look at that.
That's how you get around it.
Yeah. Common Rider 01. That's interesting. That'll be cool.
I wish I had a copy of mine to show you. I slabbed a few copies, so when that comes in, I'll tag you.
Hell yeah, dude. Let's see if there's anything crazy cover-wise that I love. That Junk Rabbit's interesting. Hey Kids Comics, Howard Chaykin. That's pretty interesting. Might have to check that out.
Which Junk Rabbit is that? How old is that now? That's the first time I've heard of it. It does look interesting. Has anyone read it?
I haven't. If there's anybody in chat, let us know what you think. Some of those Power Rangers covers are cool. Animal Castle's still going on. Look at that, Volume 2. Wonder if people are still reading that. Rian Gonzalez. That's cool. I can't stand these Greg Land covers. They're terrible. I shouldn't just call them terrible. They're just not that good. I shouldn't call things terrible. There's the Rogue Gambit. Casa Grande, Women of...
God, are we ever going to see like live action Rogue and Gambit together on screen finally someday, maybe?
I hope so. I like this one right here. That one's good.
In today's culture, you just never know, my friend.
Yeah. Look at the end. They're doing more of the...
oh, that's cool.
Yeah, the connecting variants from Leighton.
That is cool.
Yeah. This is the one everybody was talking about on Drunken Chat last night. I don't like it, though. I like this one. That one's cool. That one's interesting.
Somebody said maybe in phase 10.
Yeah, right?
The mutants are coming, guys. I promise.
Ooh, I like this right here. Second Coming Trinity 2.
Phase 99.
Yeah. All right. Make sure you guys go check out Economics and Comics FOC. If you guys want to pick up any of these, he does a great job bundling a lot of stuff, so go check it out. I'll drop a link in the description also. Let's get into pickups, you guys, and then we'll call it a night. Who wants to start? Theo, you want to start, brother? Since you got a...
Yeah, I do. I got one right here for you, actually. Okay. So, and I know you're a card guy. So you may or may not have seen this. I've been diving into cards a little bit.
Ooh.
Yeah. Wolverine's one of my favorite characters. I didn't even know that this one existed until I did a little bit of research. But recently I found a fantastic deal on this one on eBay.
Don Russ.
What I have here is a 1980 Terabushi Wolverine card.
Yeah, look at that. That's cool.
So this is the first trading card that Wolverine was put on.
Wow, dude, that's cool.
These go for a pretty decent penny, PSA graded, but I got a really good deal on this one raw. I think this one's maybe like an 8 or a 9. But yeah.
Are you gonna send it in?
Not Don Russ. I think I'm going to send it in. I just sent in a bunch of base set Charizards and Venusaurs and stuff to PSA. So I'll probably send this one in. This one's for the PC, though.
That's cool, bro.
Yeah, very first Wolverine trading card ever.
That is very cool.
And what series is that? I'm not familiar with that at all.
So this is it says on the back, it says Colcian Superheroes 1980 Marvel Comics Group, Terabushi, Bana, and Chocolate.
What, Tabana? Isn't that a tobacco company? Wait, what is that?
I think it's a chocolate company.
So 1980 Terabushi Marvel Superheroes. That's very interesting, man. That's an interesting set.
I did not even know about this. And, I've been a Wolverine fan for a long time. And, yeah.
It's a nice little set, dude. Holy cow. I'm looking at it.
Yeah, are you looking it up?
Yeah, here we go. So
dude, look at these things in like a PSA 8 and 9, man.
Yeah, there's the There's the Cyclops. Let's take a look here. Tarabusi Marvel Comics superhero. They're from Spain. That's interesting.
Okay.
I want to see some of the other ones. All right, here we go. Let's take a look. Ooh, look at the prices on some of these. Let's go to sold.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Hey, see what I'm saying?
Yeah, you did a good job there, my friend.
Thank you. Thank you. So yeah, there you go, guy. There's your little there's your biscuit for the night. Yeah. Go
There's a
hunting.
pog.
Go
Those are
hunting.
Cool.
Yeah, these are cool, dude. These are
Super
very cool.
man. Yeah, super happy with this one though.
Nice pickup, dude. Not
Yeah,
bad.
you got to be careful though because some of them, like that one, it says not Tarabushi. So you want the Tarabushi one.
Yeah.
You want the Tarabushi, and you know it is because on the back, it's got the chocolate on there.
I love it.
So make sure you get the right one.
Look at the Silver Surfer one. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yep.
So is the Doctor Strange. I love this. Look at this. They put father and son collecting like Probstein, so people think it's Probstein.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, dude, nice pickup.
Did you say who the artist was on it? Does it say?
It doesn't say who the artist is. I think there might be a PSA card. I don't know if this says it on the card either. On the slab.
Here's a nice close look up of
that. Looks pretty.
Right?
Really pretty. Yeah.
And then here's the
the colors just pop. There you go, and there's chocolate.
Nice.
Looks
nice
great.
Pickup. Theo.
9.
That is fucking beautiful, dude.
It must be something too. Like Theo, if you look at yours, there's a left to right cut. Same with that one.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a little off, but
Well, you can tell they're all the way they were cut. That you're gonna have to.
They're all
deal with
kind of
it.
like that, yeah.
Yeah.
That's
So
good
that's probably
stuff.
as good as it gets.
Yeah, you got to make sure you get the one with this back hat on there.
PSA 9s, man, sell for a ridiculous amount. Holy cow!
I know. Did you see that?
Yeah, yeah. I
that
like
hurt. That number came up and I was all but crying.
Yeah.
So I'm like, here we go, guys. Hopefully we get a 9 or a 10 over here.
Well, good job, brother.
Yeah,
Thank you,
that's
bro.
not good.
I've been
That's a very
digging
nice
into the cards a little bit here and there. I'm like, you know what? Let me get some of my favorite characters. You know, let me dive a little bit in there.
I like the fact that he pulls out cards I never even seen. I thought he was going to go back to like when he came out with the Marvel cards back in like 1990.
Right? That's exactly what I was thinking too. Not the
Because that's what I was thinking about
original
the Marvel cards then.
Yeah,
Totally
yeah.
different.
AOA says 1980.
Blew my mind
Pogs.
away when I did I did a lot of research and like I accidentally came across that. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Like, what is
I've
it?
never seen those
Yeah, you did a
before.
good job. I mean, because like it's just like the Star Wars cards. If you don't know, they have like the stickers from like Spain and different countries. Like, there's a lot of stuff. If you don't know, there's a lot out there that you can find.
There's
Yeah, so
stamps.
there you go, chat. I'm probably gonna post
There's-
this tomorrow, so you guys got about a good 15 hours. You know? There you go.
There's books of Star Wars stamps from Spain and Europe that I'm looking for from around late 70s, early 80s. They're hard as shit to get a hold of.
From the UK. They're actually the last before the Queen died.
Stamps.
They're the last ones before she died. It's the last emblem. And it's all in Transformer stamps.
Nice.
Wow, that's cool.
Very interesting.
Hasbro put them out, and they're really actually they're pretty cool. But
people don't.
Yeah, I used to
Stamps
have
are-
the original
it's just a different thing,
1966
so.
Don Russ trading card set. I got to get that back one day.
Yeah, that's what I thought you were
50s.
going to show. The old Don Russ trading card set. Yeah.
I used to have a complete set, but yeah, I sold it to get one of my grails in my PC for my comic book wise. So I need to get that back though. Yeah,
Not bad.
especially because I think that's what the first Spider-Man card ever is in that set. Same with Thor, Iron Man, Daredevil, Hulk, and Captain America. I mean, that's like
see, that's the stuff that's probably flies below the radar right now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, I think the reason for that is because the first Spider-Man card in that set is like, it's like of like his like legs or something. It's not like
Really?
Actually, him. Yeah, I think
puzzle
that's why it
piece.
kind of flies under the radar. The first one that shows like his face is like, I think his third or fourth card, something like that.
Yeah.
So if you're like a real true first, collector, you have the first Spider-Man card. It's like of his leg.
I love that old school Superman one too from the 30s. I think it's from the 40s maybe. Old school Superman card from back in the day. So, but
Hey, Brian, I think is the audio off?
it was for a second. I
Okay.
fixed it. I fixed it. So we're all good. All right, Theo. Thank you, brother. Much love
Yeah, I
to you.
appreciate it, guys. I got to get the kids to bed. Always a pleasure. Guys,
Dude,
invites
good time.
open for everybody tomorrow. You guys have a
Good,
fantastic
good
day.
luck on that adventure. Be safe. Kids aren't
I
always
appreciate-
that friendly.
Hey, I got to do it 3 times. Thanks, guys.
I love Theo. Make sure you guys go sub up
dude.
to Chaos
Very
and
good dude.
Comics and also follow Theo on IG. He's one of the good guys. I know there's always people talking about the whatnot golden circle and all this. Theo is one of the good guys. So make sure you guys go show him some love. All right, who wants to go next? Nate, you got any goodies?
I do have a few goodies.
Yeah.
So actually, one was when Joe and you were here. I did not know this. I mean, like they were. I know they put this out on Instagram. 601. Did you know for the Archie wedding?
Yeah.
Look at that.
Yep. Very first appearance.
Cad Bane?
Yeah, Cad Bane. Yep.
And how
That little
cool is
thing
this?
inside? Yeah.
Yeah, with the
Join.
Doesn't that have Cad Bane?
And
in
there's
it
your
too?
Cad Bane again.
Yep.
yeah.
Apparently, I think they were picked up quite a few of these in Houston. And Joe even told me, he's like, I think I could have gotten more if I'd had more time.
Really?
So I think there's a lot of these around. But I was like, he's like, hey, here's one. I was like, I had no idea. I really didn't until this past weekend.
Not bad.
Yeah, good stuff. I'll start with stuff that I think you'll like, but stuff I know you'll love afterwards. So I was showing, like, when we talked to Ant probably about 3 weeks ago, he was like, what are the ones that can actually do like the holocron, stuff like that? It's like Visionaries.
Yes.
So if you're kind of my age, and so there were 8 figures, 4 good guys, 4 bad guys, and there were 2 good guys and 2 bad guys that came with the vehicles. So Kravex, this is the same person who did the Starscream voice. If you watch Visionaries, so the best part is because they have like this staff with a holocron to make it actually work. Here is actually what they had to say to do it. So it's almost like this is their file card.
Yeah.
So when I got Kravex, I only need one more have all 4 of the bad guys. And Darkstorm is basically like Megatron. He is Cobra Commander. He was the one, so he was the bad guy. So I just got him. So now I've got all the bad guys. I have none of the good guys until now. I have one Cryotech, who's almost like, imagine him like Ironhide or Roadblock of Visionaries.
They almost.
So he was the big.
Don't they
Go ahead.
almost look? They have the same style as GI Joes.
Very much.
Yeah.
They're a little taller, a little thicker, and they put the shield on them. And when they came out, these were a little more expensive because I remember I bought when I was a kid. I had Darkstorm. That was it.
I love that I can still see
$5.99.
the KB price tag sticker on there a mile away. Like I know it.
They were like $5.99. I was like, man, I could get 2 GI Joes almost, or I could get 1 Visionaries. And there are 12 episodes of Visionaries, and you can get on YouTube, and it's great. I mean, like the art's fantastic. And Crytek was like great for the good guys, but so get the rest of the good guys, put them up, and then we'll be spot on. This actually won last weekend, And so trying to get to the original 11. So getting closer. I've got
Holy cow,
Stalker,
bro.
Scarlet. Always really tough to get, but I got a good zap. And
What do you mean you won it? You won it in like a contest, or you won the bid?
well,
on
no,
eBay?
I won when paying for it from eBay. So
Oh, I see.
but
That's so badass.
it looks
bro.
good. Zaps it looks great. And I know Joe showed, I think, Flash last weekend.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Flash, I love Flash and Short Fuse. I mean, I know everyone loves Snake Eyes, and I love Snake Eyes, but like Short Fuse and Flash, I absolutely love. And I have not gotten Short Fuse yet, but I did get Doc.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
I always like Doc.
So I never had him when I was a kid. I had friends who had him, and I was like, man, how did I miss this one? And I think with the third series, this is probably one of the most underrated series because Doc, Torpedo, Tripwire, Airborne, and Gung Ho are third series. So Doc completes the third series for the Joes. I got Destro. Now I need Major Blood. Now I'll take care of that part. But I think Doc is really underrated, man.
Very underrated.
He is a great figure.
Yeah.
He looks great. Just could have done a lot with Doc.
Yeah,
Love
he's a
Doc.
great character.
And the man went to damn Harvard. It says it right here.
Is there
It says
that
right here. It's gotta be
back
true.
peg on the stretcher? He comes with the stretcher, right? And then he's got that in there, like a peg in the center that sticks out that they stick on.
You can actually put someone's back.
Yeah.
And lay them down.
Yeah.
That's why
Genius.
G.I. Joes are the best, bro. G.I.
I'm
Joes
telling you,
are
man.
the best toys of the 80s. Them and Transformers, nothing touches them.
And I will tell you this too, from just kind of the HasLab stuff. So if you did do the Hiss HasLab, a friend of mine sold his pre-order for almost $600 today. And I don't know when it's coming out, but again, it comes back to that HasLab. And I think the Hiss was around, I think it was $299. So if they do release the vintage collection HasLab that they talked about today, but they didn't release any details, people think it's going to be the Ghost, and they release all the Rebels members. You can only go 5. Hit them all, because like every HasLab when it comes to G.I. Joe and Transformers takes off. Jabba's Barge started at 5. You can't get less than $2,000 now. Maybe $1,700-$800. Unicron was $500. Basically, you can't get it for less than $2,000. There aren't that many, and then it takes a year and a half before you get them. And by the time that people are like, damn, I wish I would have gotten it, it's too late. The Sky Strikers weren't that much; they were $225. I know the ones I sold were for $450. And I was telling people, I was like, buy them and just sell them pre-order. The HasLab stuff with G.I. Joe and Transformers, people, they want it. Sometimes they can get it when it comes out. Sometimes they can't. That's why I think the Marvel stuff kind of fails. But if they come out with like a Ghost for a Binge collection with HasLab, you can get 5. I'd say buy 5. If you can get 10, get 10. It'll all work out.
Amen. Amen. Good shit. All right, Solo, you got anything?
I did. I got one thing. I too was watching the Bogcast, and I suffer on occasion from hairy palms. And I've got this neat new manscaping kit. Show them the picture, Brian. And I too have got now myself cleaned up on a new edge, a new better day. No more hairy palms. No more lower region troubles. No more top end, taking it off. With this new kit, 20% off plus free shipping at manscaped.com. Promo code Bogcast.
That's what I'm talking about, brother. That's what I'm
And that's
talking
what
Home team right here. This guy.
That's what
Home
I got.
team.
See how clean they are? Look at that. No more. They're just pretty
Oh.
now.
All right, you
Show
guys.
hand.
I think we said we were going to have a short show tonight, so
Short,
we need to.
short.
We got to
Just a
stop it at
little
the
one.
3.5 hour mark. So, I do want to say this before I leave, you guys. For those of you guys that think of all the hubbub, the bullshit that me and Renovision and the guys over there do, I'm always giving them shit. I love what Renovision does. I'm a big fan of them. I wouldn't keep saying it if I wasn't. And I will continue to give Marco shit for when he talks shit about me to say my name, so at least people know who he's talking shit about. But go show Renovision some love, and make sure you
Hey, my
guys...
boy Dom. Dom and I talk all the time. Dom's a great guy.
Dom's a
Loves
good
it.
guy. And so I like
Great guys over
Jedi.
there.
Jedi does good shit too, so make sure you guys go check them out. They do have a show on their channel called MCM also, but it stands for Mail Call Monday, I believe. So make sure you guys go check it out. And that being said, the last thing I do want to say is, if you guys enjoy what we put out content-wise, if you guys enjoy the shows and the news that we bring to you, and you're not subbed up, please hit that subscribe button. Check us out on. We do shows every Wednesday, every Saturday night live. We're going to be dropping great content on all kinds of other platforms. I have links below to our Kick and our Rumble accounts. When YouTube decides to ban us, like they did for the Bogcast for those last 3 months, if we don't have enough people that are following us on Rumble and Kick, we won't have a place to go and do live for you guys anymore. So it won't be as fun. So as a backup and a stopgap and a way that we have an outlet, go sub up on Rumble and Kick, the Beyond Wednesday accounts. New platforms could be something amazing. You never know what's going to happen. And if you guys do watch the Bogcast every Thursday, the first half of the show is on YouTube, second half of the show is on Rumble, and the second half of the show is definitely the better half. So make sure you check it out. And thanks for supporting us. We appreciate you guys. Much love. We'll see you next time. Adios.